Oh, by the way, he's AFK.
And he's also getting there.
Hey, now it's different now, man. You gotta go find my new name.
Damn, son.
I got that
Get it, bro.
Excalibur name, bruh. Yeah. Oh. Yep. Ah, good.
Welcome to the show. We're doing E3 for most of it because we didn't get to it last week. I'm really fucking excited. Is there, I know a lot of people are really pessimistic about the whole conference because it's gotten really corporate-y and really fucking BuzzFeedy. But I really fucking like this show. I always enjoy it every year.
What show?
E3.
I don't care. Nintendo won.
Yeah.
Nintendo wins every year.
Nintendo does not win every year.
I'm about to say, it's besides since the Wii U came out, Nintendo hasn't won a single year.
Okay, yeah, the Wii U was but Switch, yeah, they're winning every year since the Switch.
Yeah, they've won the last 3 years, which is amazing because the last 3 years they haven't actually been at E3. They've just done their Nintendo Directs 2 days before and fucking beat everybody to the punch.
Oh, they've been there. They've been there because they do their Treehouse Live, right? So that's their they showcase games and shit, and usually they have the
hosted independently, not on the E3 floor.
They don't have a booth for everybody to watch game reveals and shit.
Which is I found fantastic that they've won the last 2 or 3 years effectively. Though I think this year you can make a strong case for Microsoft, but there's a lot to fucking talk about. There really is.
Microsoft, Square Enix, or Nintendo, they're pretty big.
I mean, okay, so let's talk about the dead horse here. Final Fantasy VII, seriously?
Looks fucking gorgeous, and I want to play it.
Okay, it may look gorgeous, and I want to play it. Yes, I get that. It's a dead horse at this point. How many times have they beaten it? Because when it gets close enough for them to be like, oh, we need a bit more time.
We need a bit more time. Let's show another gameplay trailer so that you guys can get even more hype.
For the record, it has a release date now. They're shooting for March of 2020 for part 1 of the...
Yeah, we know.
Well, who was it who had the quote of a delayed game is inevitably always good. Will always be remembered as good, but a rush product is always remembered as bad.
There are some rush projects that have been fucking phenomenal.
That was Nintendo. That was a Nintendo guy who said that, Moon.
Probably, yeah.
So I'm here's the thing: be it rushed or delayed, I'd 100% prefer a delayed good product than a rushed bad product every time.
Most people would, and the Fire Emblem Heroes, they announced the reason it kept getting delayed is because they didn't want to rush it out. It wasn't finished. And Nintendo's stocks dropped when they made that comment in an interview.
Heroes or Three Houses? What? Which game?
Get your shit right.
No, not Heroes. Animal Crossing.
Three Houses? Oh, Animal Crossing. Okay.
Yeah, well, one of the fucking big Nintendo games got delayed, and they said we don't want to push it out. It's not finished yet.
But yeah.
And their stock dropped because of that.
I don't see why, because honestly, the way that they presented themselves and did it was proper compared to other companies that just hey, we gotta delay it more. They're just
the common man is the idiot who invests in stocks like that.
They're very apologetic. Nintendo is whenever they have to delay a game. They're yeah, sorry about that.
Usually, but here's the thing with Nintendo, we usually don't give a shit job.
Yeah, they have their seal of approval, and that's the one thing Nintendo does right. They have a whole seal of approval for their games that they're not buggy messes.
Ignoring the eShop.
Yeah.
Because there's been some god-awful trash shoveled onto the fucking eShops for the Wii U and the Wii. I don't know about the Switch, but God, is there some crap on that.
But I don't think that's as...
Go ahead.
I don't think that's as monitored as their actual physical games. Kind of I don't know. Nintendo seal of approval only I think applies to games that Nintendo makes. So third-party developers, they don't cover for that.
They do cover for a few of their third-party developers.
It depends, I guess.
Like, if Rare releases a game for them, it's gonna get the Nintendo seal of approval.
Oh yeah.
Even though Rare's not even owned by Nintendo, nor do they I mean, they're an affiliate, but they're not even... They're owned by Microsoft.
Yeah, the fucking Doom port that runs at like 560p and 24 frames per second.
Yeah. It got the seal of approval.
I mean, it's playable technically, but you're the craziest of downgrades to get that fucker to work.
My thing is, I am finally ready to have one of my favorite... I call him a Nintendo character, but he's not. Beyond Smash Brothers.
Talking about
Banjo. Banjos and Smash.
Is it just me, or is his fur darker than I remember?
I don't think so.
Not by much.
Maybe I just not remembering right, because I was like,
I mean,
to
they
me, it
had
was
to
like mostly-
remake him, right? So like, I think they usually try, and it could be because they probably used for reference the Xbox game for his fur and shit. Because I think that was closer to what they used for him in the game in Smash. So I don't know, but hey, he's actually a true representation of the guy and not fat.
Do you know what I wish they would do for Smash? As dumb as this sounds and as weird as this sounds, I wish they'd have a mode called Classic Mode, and all the original characters and everything you got with like their N64 counterparts. So Link looks like a fucking block, Mario looks retarded, you know, you get Banjo-Kazooie, you get all those characters that really...
It'd be nice.
To be fair, I think the only reason that's not in Smash is because they didn't think about it. They shoved the hell a lot of shit in Smash.
Yeah, and I mean, the other character they announced at E3, there was going to be unnamed protagonist from Dragon Quest.
Hey, I mean, that's a good one. What do you mean?
I mean, it's a great looking character design, I'm not gonna lie, but his name is fucking Hero.
Hella hype. It's well in the Japanese it's Yusha, right? So like in every Dragon Quest game, that's what they call the protagonist is Yusha, right? And the reason why I got picked was because Japan's like that's like it's more popular Dragon Quest in Japan than it is anywhere else. Like that's their most favorite RPG franchise, so I can see it happening.
Just give us you gave us Richter, give us fucking Alucard, please.
He's an assist trophy, man. That's asking for a lot.
I know.
It's like Waluigi.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I don't think Konami would part with any of the rights to any of Castlevania shit anymore.
I mean, hell, I was surprised that Square Enix even departed with the Hero there, because Square Enix, if you know, like if you look at like any of the songs on Smash, there's only 2 songs they have for Cloud and then Cloud. They didn't give any actual song or representation other than Midgard, Cloud, and the 2 songs.
I mean, that's all you need.
But with at least with Konami, they're like, hey, take all the like 15 or 16 tracks, take the map, take the bosses and shit. They did a lot. Take 2 characters. Fuck.
I mean,
I feel. Go ahead. Sorry.
I wish they would put as I know they've got Cloud, which is the most like quote unquote iconic Final Fantasy character. Fucking no. Give us fucking Sid. For the love of God, the most iconic Final Fantasy character in all of
the most iconic Final Fantasy character is the Chocobo. If it's not Cloud, it's the Chocobo.
Yeah, I tend to agree with Moon. It's either Cloud or the fucking bird. You couldn't have anyone pick another character.
I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Yes, the bird's.
Aaron, the main character of the best-selling game in the franchise is not synonymous with it.
Let me finish my fucking point, jackass, before you goddamn interrupt me again.
Fight.
Suck a dick.
Kiss.
It's gonna kill you.
Let me finish my goddamn point. The Chocobo isn't even in every Final Fantasy game.
All but 1.
No, all but 3.
That's still like of like 90% of their games, if not more.
Let me put the big twist on this. Sid is in every single Final Fantasy game made except for Final Fantasy 1.
As different characters.
That's
I mean, the
very true.
name carries over, but
The point is, Sid is the same character in all of the games.
Yeah, he plays the same role, doesn't he? In
He
every
does
game.
the same role, either the engineer or the grandfather. And the reason Sid does the same thing in every single one of them is because that is synonymous with his character. Not only that, yes, there are games he's playable. Just let us fucking have him.
which one would you pick?
If you want to stick with Final Fantasy VII, go with 7. But to be honest, I would say if you were going with a 3D model for a Sid, I would go with Final Fantasy IX Sid.
But rip any more Square Enix characters. I'm pretty sure after they announced the hero, I think that was the last Square Enix is gonna do another character.
They have a ton of other licenses just sitting in the
Oh
back
yeah,
burner.
you got like Sora from Kingdom Hearts 3. You
If
got,
there was any character I would have picked, it would have been Sora because he'd fit right in with fucking Smash.
Riku, fuck you.
Edgelord Riku, dude.
So you act like these characters aren't the exact same thing, just copy and pasted.
I don't care. I'm just saying that to be an argumentative dick at this point.
Like they had a lot of things they could have put in, and I think a lot of people wanted Sora. I know a lot of people did, but I'm pretty sure. And there was leaks prior to this, right? Where everybody like made guesses. So they said that there was going to be Microsoft representation in a character, and I think that's Banjo.
Yeah, because
Right.
Microsoft.
They said there's gonna be a Square Enix rep, which hey, people wanted Gino and Sora, and guess what? It became Hero because the Japanese love the fucking Dragon Quest series. Don't blame them.
I'm still pulling for Gino someday.
I mean, yeah.
He deserves more than just one fucking game.
I actually really want to know the date when that DLC comes out for the Hero because I really like the Dragon Quest series. It's one of my faves. Like I want to play the Dragon Quest 8. That was like one of the RPGs of my childhood. Dragon Quest 8.
One of the things I would say would make a great map. I'm not saying character-wise because it wouldn't make sense, but a map that would be awesome was if they put one from like Monster Hunter in there, and you have a fucking
I don't know why they don't. Because they have technically like the Dragon Quest wait, you said Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
Monster Hunter. They have multiple licenses.
There's.
I mean,
they have the Rathalos in the damn game.
It's one of their most like iconic game franchises on the 3DS. I don't get it.
It's like I said, I want one, where it's a Monster Hunter style background, and then you have like a Rathalos and a Rathian come in and fight in the fucking background. It'd be great.
Well, besides the monsters coming in, I mean, like a user could create that level. They're really good. Because I mean,
yeah.
I think that the stage creator needs a bit more work on it personally. A bit more usable, like a bit. I felt like whenever I see it, it's like, hey, some of the ideas for stages look really cool, but I feel like it's nothing like Brawl's stage editor. I feel.
By the way, Hero is slated for their autumn expansion.
No, it's summer. Banjo's autumn.
Oh.
Fall 2019. Yeah.
get fucking educated.
Bitch, try to tell me my Hero comes out that time. No, thank you.
Ignore me and my fallible sources.
I mean, don't get me wrong. As much as I love some of the characters on Smash, there's two characters that I will still always play, like every fucking time. I will always play Zelda because I never lose with Zelda, and now I will play with Richter.
Nice.
So both of these, you can just both spam and X spam.
B?
No,
The B.
Not really. No, not even bother with that B. I use them to zone.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
be-
Richter and Simon are both Like that's their whole point. It's like
Yeah, they're
just
zoners.
be and they zone.
Yeah, I mean, you play them as a zoner. That's why I like Richter. Richter's fun as hell.
Zelda, I like playing as a character that just gets up close and personal.
Yeah. Well, that's how I. That's literally I play Zelda as in I zone with Zelda away from her. As weird as that sounds, like I'm going to beat you into the Din's fire that's all the way across the map.
Yeah. I mean, hey, this new Zelda looks better than Wii U Zelda, that's for sure. Looks and
Damn
feels
straight.
better.
Well, I mean, and the thing that throws people off with Zelda is most people are expecting you to turn into Sheik, and they don't know how to handle it when you don't.
Oh, for Melee?
Yeah, well, Melee is the one that I usually
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, because she doesn't turn into Sheik in other games. I was like,
No,
huh?
she doesn't. But I've been playing Melee.
Speaking of Zelda, there's 2 bits of Zelda news at E3.
Yes,
Mm,
yes, there is.
We got
too big. Well,
bits.
one big.
Yeah, one big one, one smaller thing. Link's Awakening got more information, and it looks fucking gorgeous. Can't wait to play that game again.
I am more than fucking excited for Link's Awakening.
I'm very cross on it, personally. It's not like it's a bad game. I played the original, and that was like the first Zelda game I played, I think. Because I'm fairly young, right?
It was the first one I played on the Game Boy Color.
The only reason I'm worried is because the game in actuality was fairly short. Like I'm worried they're gonna make it so easy in this game, I guess you could say. Like we still don't know like how handholdy it's gonna be, you know, because it's a new game and they.
So here's what I think is going to happen. They said it wasn't going to be a direct port. I'm guessing it's going to be something like A Link Between Worlds, where they've added extra shit into it.
I would hope so, because like Blade was saying, I would knock through that thing in an afternoon as like a 10-year-old. Like, it's not a long game.
It's not a long game.
Yeah, it's not a long game. The reason why it would take anybody a long time to beat that game is because back in the day, you only had 2 buttons you could use things for, right? And in this game, I guess now you automatically have your sword and shield out, so you don't have to switch between your sword and your shield in the menu. You used to have to do that, right?
I just hope that it still lets me equip bombs and equip my bow and shoot fucking bomb arrows.
You can shoot bomb arrows. They showed that in the thing, the trailer for it.
They did.
I've
Aaron, the whole fucking point we delayed this for a week was so you could watch some goddamn trailers.
I didn't watch it for Link's Awakening because I've played it, yo ho.
No, they added even
Fine,
in that
fine.
game. They added
Yes.
since you didn't watch it, did you see that they added like the additional content for? I think they took away the Photoshop guy,
Yeah.
I believe, and they replaced him with Dampe, and now you can create your own dungeons and shit and explore them.
That's
I
kind of cool.
don't know. I'm not sure if it's like an online feature where you can send your dungeons to other people and have them go through it. I think it's like a. I think it's more like a time trial. Like it looks like a time trial. Like create your own dungeon and then beat your dungeon in a certain time to get an reward. I do know that they added bottles into the game. It seems like.
That's gay.
So now you can hold fairies, which you didn't used to be able to.
That makes it too easy.
Yeah, right. That's my worry that about the game is that they're gonna make it like hell. I feel for the game, man. I liked it because it was hard, because it's like, you know, it was on that cusp of it where it was too easy, or not too easy, but too hard. You know, it's like that perfect balance between gameplay.
I mean, my thing is, yes, I have watched trailers. I have watched things. But there are still games that I haven't watched this week. Nor do I intend to watch, because I still want to get that excitement of, oh shit, the game's coming out. I don't know fucking jack shit about it, other than the fact that, you know, I played through all of goddamn Link's Awakening. You know, I still want it to be a surprise.
Well,
Yeah, no, totally.
Here's something that was a surprise: a sequel to Breath of the Wild.
Nah, it wasn't a surprise. Fuck, are you kidding me?
I seen it a mile away, to be honest.
We all fucking saw it. Like
Like
we
you
expected
knew
this
there was gonna
last
be.
year.
Okay, I
Yeah,
didn't know that they were gonna announce it this year, but there was gonna be a sequel. I knew that.
there was
I
no
didn't know.
doubt there would be a follow up because they generally run in twos.
Well, no, we knew.
No.
Here's the thing. Did you not listen to any of the interviews when they came out with Breath of the Wild? We want to make a clean slate. We want to start over with our own timeline. Everything else are just legends in Breath of the Wild. That tells you there's gonna be more games.
Yeah, and
That
it's
and
funny
then
too because you see all these people, right? You seen all these people when they're watching it. They're like, "Is that DLC?" Even though I specifically remember reading up that Miyamoto was like, "Yeah, there's no more DLC for this game." They straight up said it like a year ago or something.
yeah,
And
Miyamoto's
everybody's
like,
like, "DLC?"
we're not doing anymore.
You can
Uh,
generally trust Nintendo to keep their word for that shit.
No,
yeah, they
you
were.
can't trust Nintendo. You can trust Miyamoto.
I think you can trust Nintendo. You can trust like half of their company, man. Like,
Half, maybe a quarter.
yeah, the big dogs, man. Like, just all the big time people in there. Smash, like look at those Smash people. They may troll ya, but they do give out the good stuff whenever they want.
Well, I'm just waiting for one moment where we get, you know, like an April Fool's Day update for like Smash, where you get the character
Oh my god.
Master's face, and actually, the whole fucking screen explodes and the game goes over.
I just
New enemy.
I wish Nintendo did that. I do know what IGN did like an April Fool's thing where they made a fake direct
Mm-hmm.
last April Fool's and it was kind of funny. But yeah, Link's Awakening and then Breath of the Wild 2. I seen it coming actually. I was watching it with my friend. We were both reacting. I was streaming it at the time. And I said before the thing even started, I'm like, watch Breath of the Wild 2 is gonna be in this presentation. And it's kind of funny because I swear, every time there's a direct, like when they announced Smash Ultimate coming out, I said like, dude, this is gonna be the direct they're gonna come out with Smash. Nobody fucking believed me, and then it came out. So I'm like, damn.
Oh yeah, when I
You
knew.
just go say you're a prophecy like that?
Yeah, dude, I'm just like I'm prophesizing this, man. Right now, it's gonna happen.
He's got an in. He's got an uncle that works for Nintendo.
Oh god, at some point we all went
My
to school with
my
kids like
dad owns
that.
Microsoft.
My friend's uncle's twice removed twin owns Microsoft.
Twice removed twin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Yes.
like that's the thing. Back in the schoolyard days, the kid whose uncle worked at Nintendo came to school with a fucking Mew, and you're going, how the fuck did you get that? And he has the cart to transfer the Mew to his game, and it's like, I guess your uncle really does work at Nintendo.
Ah,
Fuck.
shit.
I think he still has that actual cart.
It's okay. You
Yeah,
can
but
you
now
can
you,
glitch it in without it.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
I know. I know. I'm just saying it was at the time. It was insane because nobody knew about the glitches. All we knew was, missing number.
I don't even think we knew about that. That was like a myth back then.
No, I knew that was by the time I got around playing. That was already well figured out.
Really?
Not by the time I got playing.
But like by like '99, they fairly easily figured out how to replicate it.
like I want
Didn't know what the fuck it did, but you knew how to dupe items and shit with them.
I knew how to get missing number because for a long time I didn't. Like I'd gotten a missing number, ran into it the one fucking time, and had no idea how the fuck I did it. And then, yeah, from that point it was trying to figure out how the fuck did I manage to get that. And then you read online when it took 10 hours to load a web page about missing number.
Guess we might as well talk about the Nintendo Direct now. The rest of it. Anything else?
Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Eh,
No national dex. Sad face.
That is the most flabbergasting thing in the world. Why would you launch a Pokemon game without at least a goal of like supporting your entire library? Because you're gonna have to build the animations eventually if this is gonna be the engine you're running off of. Why not?
Yeah.
Like I can understand. Like that was their excuse to launch our engine doesn't support all the animations or whatever. Then make it a goal. Just say coming in future DLC or whatever. But just to say straight out, there's no national decks. There's only 100 new ones in the selection of previous ones. That's fucking
Personally,
stupid.
I blame the release of the Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu kind of to blame for that. Because yeah, sure they have the models in that, but they recreated the whole world and not using the same kind of assets, right? So if they didn't work on that, I'm sure they could have finished all the rest of. Because apparently they said they're gonna at least have I think it's the normal Pokédex is gonna have 800 or something. They said something like that.
Yeah,
Crazy number.
It's gonna be a lot. Like you'll still get a new region, and they say all your favorites, but there'll be some guy, there'll be some obnoxious fucking exclusion somewhere.
How can you say all your favorites like that, man? I like some fucking obscure ass Pokemon. I'm sure those aren't gonna be in there.
No, sure. What are the odds of fucking Delibirds gonna make the cut?
They're not appealing to that person. They're appealing to people.
I
played Pokemon when I was a kid.
But
I mean,
why?
It's a Pokemon game. I guarantee you, there's no Lickitung that I can just catch and call Snatchy.
God damn it, Aaron. Go away. No one wants you here.
I actually wonder how that works because now they have they're online, right? So now you can join people's sessions and catch Pokemon. I didn't see how that exactly works because on the side it shows a notification when you catch a Pokemon, right? If you're in somebody's session.
Yup.
So everybody's in the same world as you catching Pokemon.
And it's gonna have
doing their own shit.
Raid boss, giant fucking Pokemon and shit. I'm very interested to see how this works.
That's very interesting. That makes me question it even more though, because it's not like they did anything special because X and Y, they had Mega Evolutions, right? And they had to remake all the Pokemon and 3D models in that game for X and Y. For this game, they didn't have to do that. They just did Dynamax, which basically it just enlarges the Pokemon.
Yeah, you take your basic Pokemon, you bump its stats up slightly.
Well, it's not even that. They had to make all new models for the Mega Evolutions and all that shit. This one is just they become bigger. Cool.
Yeah, it makes me question where all this time went. But
Although, I will say, Fire Bunny.
I'm still tempted. I'm still tempted to get a Switch just for this because it still looks pretty good to me, despite the brain dead decision making there. I still want to play it.
I mean, yeah, and then there's no Mega Evolutions either or Z moves, so.
Thank God the Z moves went away, but the lack of Megas kind of sucks.
Agreed. I mean, Mega Charizard Y all day long.
Yeah. That drought, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude. Or Mega Absol, which
I'm just sad. I'm sad because they don't have all these things. I like them. I actually liked the Mega Evolutions and the Z moves.
Well, okay.
Because the Z moves changed the tide of battle, right?
No. You want something that just you win. You get a Kangaskhan and you Mega Evolve it.
Mega Evolve it, Parental Bond. Yeah.
Over. Look, I get 2 fucking attacks. Coincidentally, I can use the same damn move on both of them. 2 Hyper Beams in 1 turn.
Too bad I think that they nerfed that. So instead of half, it used to do half the damage that you would do as a second hit. Now it only does 25%.
Yeah, but you use your fucking stat inflictors on that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you'd use it for. Everything else, Kangaskhan will take care of it. I mean, but to be honest, my favorite Pokemon, my favorite Mega Evolution. Everybody fucking hates for some reason, and that is Mega Gengar.
Yes.
Why would everybody hate the Mega Gangers? Are great. What?
It was a
I
bit
think
bit oppressive to fight against, but it was so fucking fun.
I think he got banned from at one point from tournaments, didn't he?
Yeah, it was on the ban list for Smogon for a while. I don't know if it still is. I haven't followed competitive in a few years.
I mean,
I'm not. I didn't hate it.
I love Mega Gengar, and I had a shiny one, so not only was he fucking pink, he was hella pink, and he became pearly white.
The dicks I would suck for a shiny Gengar.
Hello?
No, that's when Moon pops up.
I do have a Pokemon that makes people super fucking jealous. It's a perfect IV and EV. Shiny Greninja.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had the AFK for a sec. So one of my favorite megas from X and Y in that was Ampharos, dude. I fucking love Ampharos. If I don't see Ampharos in this game, man,
Or even
I don't see
Blaze.
Mareep. There was a lot of good Mega. Like I like the obscure Pokemon. Like I'm saying, like I'm scared for this.
I
'Cause-
just wish Aegislash had a goddamn Mega Evolution.
You know, he's already overpowered, man.
I love Aegislash. He is, like, just, you can't go
Yeah.
wrong with Aegislash. Just
Yeah,
steal
he's
those,
probably
like,
he's probably one of the better Pokemon in the game because he basically has like overpowered stats. The fact that he
he's
can
got
switch.
Aegislash, you run a Greninja in there. I mean, you're good.
Aegislash with Swords Dance while he's in his defense stance. Yeah, you can't
Nope.
kill that.
You can't. You are fucked. I mean, and then if you're doing it the smart method, you're usually throwing out what is it, Caltrops and things like that. So when
Yeah,
somebody comes running
spikes.
Out, like, yeah, fuck you.
So
It's like the old Fortress trick. Throw out spikes, use Fortress, defense curl, so you can't fucking hit him, and then you just basically sit there the whole goddamn time. And as a surprise, you know, when you're really low, you just recover.
fucking oh man, that Nintendo Direct though. I'm looking over the games. Oh my god, that was a good fucking Direct.
Luigi's Mansion 3.
Luigi Mansion 3, yeah.
Witcher 3 is coming to Switch. If you've never played it, do it right now.
Wait a fucking minute. I missed that one. What?
Yeah, Witcher 3 is coming to it.
What? That is legit gonna fucking happen. And then, you know,
Does
Moon
that
just
surprise
died.
you?
Oh.
Considering
Yeah, no.
considering the issue they had getting Doom to run on the fucker, I thought Witcher just was not happening.
I mean, albeit Doom is a much more fast-paced game.
No, but Witcher looks better. It's much more graphically intensive than Doom was.
Well,
Yeah, they might have toned it down a lot, but to be honest, like I don't know. If you're not playing on PC at this point for high fidelity games, like PC is obviously gonna be better. So like if you're buying it on a console, obviously like Switch I think would be the best one to go with because portability.
Oh yeah,
I
fucking.
mean, I don't think even if they turn it down, you'll never fucking know it. So like, how big is the Switch? Like, how big is the resolution of the Switch?
It's a
Um,
6-inch screen. I think like 720p.
Yeah, it's 720p
You-
for the
It
mobile.
really cut the
and-
graphics in half, and you cannot notice on the Switch.
No, but you would notice the frame rate hit.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Moon is right on this, but I will admit, the Switch games are fucking awesome. Like,
Yeah.
just in general, the Switch is a great fucking system.
But can we talk more about that Luigi's Mansion 3 though?
I only ever played the first one and I didn't like it. I have nothing.
Really?
it didn't appeal to me.
I'm liking this one personally. I mean, oh, what were you saying?
Wait a second. I've played the first one. I haven't played the second one. I loved the first one.
Not many people
But-
played the second one.
I wanted
It
to
was
play-
not that good.
Oh, it's not that good.
It was very generic, right? So it's like kind of its treatment they did to Paper Mario, so to
Dude,
say.
no.
where they generic all the ghosts didn't really, they all look the same. I don't think they had boss ghosts. This one has boss ghosts now though, so I'm
Thank
happy.
God.
They actually, and it looks like all the like the terrain and things, like you have actual puzzle solving certain things like I did not see in the other game that are there.
Stuff that
It
made us
looks
love
good.
Luigi Mansion in the first place.
Yeah, it looks good. And then online co-op. Oh boy. Did,
Uh,
did you see that shit? 8 players can play online together and do like a speed run mansion type deal.
I'm I'm okay without that, to be honest. I
I'm
feel
hyped
like
for it because it's like, so I guess it's like 2 people per Switch, so you can have 4 people online or like, up to 8, 4 to 8.
I mean, I get that. I just being
Wait, so you can't have 8 connected players? It has to be 4 local players
No,
connected to
it,
four
it could
local
be,
players.
it's all online, so it's not local. What
Okay.
I'm saying is like you can have 2 people per on each Switch. I'm not sure how the details work. They never really specified how it exactly worked. They just said that, and like they added a new functionality of, as they call it, Gooigi, right? Which is
yeah.
it's kind of works the same as like the 3DS port where they added like that greener Luigi. But
Yeah.
in this one, he actually has mechanics and he can be used. And now you can play the whole story of Luigi's Mansion co-op.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I just I would
It's an
rather like
interesting mechanic.
it's interesting, but to be honest with how my opinion is on it when it comes to Luigi's Mansion, it should just stay single player because that's nostalgia speaking. I feel like Luigi's Mansion is a great single player experience, and if you throw in more people at it, I really don't know if I would want.
No, like, see, the thing is with the 8 player thing, it's like its own separate game mode. So it's not like you're actually doing story stuff with it.
Yeah.
It's its own game mode. So it's like a speed run mansion where you get put into a mansion and you have to clear it in a certain amount of time with your friends. So you have to find all the ghosts and eliminate all the ghosts in the mansion.
I could have
I
muted
mean
myself. I just want to let you know I didn't.
Good.
that sounds like it
What?
could be fun. I don't know. I probably wouldn't touch it.
Yeah, I'm on the edge of it, right? Because like I played Luigi's Mansion 1, right? I think it's a good game. Don't get me wrong, but I think that there was lacking content in it. Because once you beat the game, it's done. There's no like, and the game's fairly short, right?
Yeah.
Uh, I wouldn't
Like
say
if you know
fair.
what you're doing, you could probably beat the game in a single afternoon,
See,
easy.
you could probably beat it in about I'd say 6 hours to 8, maybe
Yeah,
at the
right.
most. It's not very long. Which don't get me wrong, at the time that was a nice long game. You paid
Yeah, it was a
$60. You got
a
a
nice
decent
launch
amount
game
of
for the
it.
GameCube.
Oh yeah, and but we seem to have all moved away from that to where if a game doesn't have 500 plus fucking hours in it, we're not even gonna buy it.
Oh,
Well, a lot of people do the dollar per hour type thing. Like, if I pay $20 for a game, like 20 hours out of the game, it really ain't that bad. But like a $60 game, like I really should be getting more than fucking 20 hours out of this.
I compare it like a movie, right? If you go to see a movie, you're paying like $20 and shit to get a movie and to go get popcorn or whatever, right? You can, for the price of a game now, it's like 3 movies, right? And with that, like, that's probably about like 8 hours,
See,
depending.
I'm one of those people. I consider traditional movie theaters to be a terrible value. I'm with Moon. If I'm spending $60 on a game, if I don't get at least 30 hours, it is a fucking travesty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like that's the same analogy I'm putting, right? That's why I would rather buy a game than to go see 3 movies because a game, I want more playability out of my game, like more shit to do, right? And not that I'm saying like, hey, I would still buy Luigi's Mansion now if there was available copies, but I didn't want to buy the 3DS version of it that came out because
So, other things at Nintendo, a whole bunch of re-releases. They're getting Dauntless. They're getting a bunch of the Mana games. They're getting Alien Isolation.
Wait.
They're getting
We're
Doom
just
Eternal.
We're just gonna skip over the major things, man. What the hell?
Which mana games are we talking about here?
They're getting Trials of Mana. We're getting Trials of Mana finally.
This includes Final
They have the
Fantasy Adventure,
collection.
Secret of Mana, as well as Trials of Mana.
What?
Yeah.
It's like all the Seikon Densetsu 3, which was the one that never came out in the North America until now, and they called it Trials of Mana. They're coming out with Secret of Mana, and then the first game, which I don't know what the name is. It's some. What's the name of that game? But yeah, that's.
Yep. Ni no Kuni's getting a sequel. Fantastic RPG.
No Kuni's not. What? It already has a sequel. Ni no Kuni's getting a remake on the Switch. That's what you mean, right?
Oh yeah.
It's getting a port.
Brian, your track record this podcast, it's not great.
No,
I'll
it's
be honest
not.
with you.
It's getting a port on the Switch and on PC. So. Oh wait, no, PS4 I think. I don't know if it's on PC, but I know PS4 is getting it too.
I mean, whenever anybody says mana games, I mean, the only thing I can really think of is the Altair games, to be honest.
Altair games, rip.
I want more fucking Altair, to be honest. I love Altair.
I thought they come out with that game like every year though.
They do! But it's always in Japanese, and they never release it to the US, and it's like, god
They
damn
released it like 2 years later.
Any other?
Are you serious? You gonna say any other things?
Any other big Switch news?
No More Heroes 3?
I was never a big fan of that franchise.
Okay,
yeah, but
so because you're not a big fan of the franchise means everybody else can't be? Fuck.
That's why I fucking asked.
It's the first game, the first actual sequel in 10 years.
That's why the fuck I asked. I don't know.
That is hype as shit. Suda51, it's shit, man. I can't wait to play it. I didn't play the originals, but every single time I like see gameplay or I see the game, I'm just like, I want to get that game. But it's always been on consoles that I don't like. Either I don't own, or I know the first one's on Wii, but that's expensive now.
Yeah. Well, that's like trying to find a lot of the Altair games, as a matter of fact.
As
like,
a matter of man, you're not letting this go.
No, I'm not. God forbid you want to play like Mana Kema 2. For the love of God. Like, do you know how expensive that game is now?
I don't know how you feel, but Panzer Dragoon coming back. Yeah, Panzer Dragoon, another game that has never seen a sequel, and they actually did a lot. They did a lot of fan servicey things in this direct, like the Trials of Mana, and then they're doing another. They're adding all 3 games, which is out right now on the Switch, so you can buy the collection for the Trials of games. And then on top of that, they're remaking the 3rd game as like a 3D action RPG, and it actually looks really good. Like it plays almost similarly to the Trials of series, but it's in 3D with 3D models and everything. It looks really nice. And then there was Panzer Dragoon, which I don't know who the fans are for that game, but I do know there is fans.
I like fans.
They exist.
They do exist, and it is an old game. Wasn't that made by Sega?
I believe so. Back in the day.
I thought they had the license to it, because I remember, or maybe that's a different franchise. I remember seeing a track that they made or something, one of the Sega or the Sonic racing games.
The original 1995 was published by Sega.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Panzer.
Okay.
Can we just get another Panzer 64? Hee hee, haha.
Wait, what?
Never mind. That was.
I gotta turn you up, man. You're very low.
It
I
doesn't
said.
help.
It doesn't help.
Said, can we get another Quest 64? Hee hee, haha.
No.
64. Hey, man.
Oh god.
You do you.
That's a terrible game.
That was a terrible game, man. Like, it was bad. It was real bad. The 64 really wasn't that great for RPGs, to be honest.
No. Man, I wanted to see Earthbound 64, but then that got canceled.
I mean, Final Fantasy VII was gonna be on the 64.
Thank God they fucking canceled that shit.
How do you know it wouldn't have been better?
Because the fucking storage and the processing limitations of the 64 meant it would have been exactly 20 fucking cartridges.
Just figure it out, man. Don't lose them. You got a case to collect them in.
Just make it extra big, like cartridges, extra long. It goes all like really long.
Goes out fucking 20 feet to the side. Good God. I mean,
I'm actually curious of that.
So other games. Sorry, wait 1 sec. I got AFK.
Okay.
Tragic. I have like nothing to add to this because I am not a Nintendo fanboy.
What else was there? Anything else you guys want to bring up for Nintendo?
I'm sure there's something that Blade will probably remember.
Nintendo fanboy myself. I mean, there's series on Nintendo that I fucking love.
Because I think that's all the important. Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That was the other one.
No, what? There's other ones. There's like they showed off more Daemon Ex Machina. I could talk all on and on about that. I could talk on and on about it. Daemon Ex Machina, which hey, we got a release date. What was it? Cadence of Hyrule. They making another Mario and Sonic game. In the Olympics 2020.
See, we don't have to cover every game. It's just the interesting ones.
I'm quickly going through them. Okay.
No one likes Mario and Sonic games.
Some people, hey man, there's fans.
They're heretics.
I seen some reactions. They're like, I'm gonna play this game. Don't be like this. Oh, Contra got a new game.
Yes, Contra did.
It looks like dog poop.
Really?
Yeah, the frame rate looked like it was really bad, and the graphics looked like it was fucking on the PS2. It was saddening.
Really?
Have you seen what it looks like? It looks like PS2 era shit. Like one of those games that just throw it on the PS2. But a good thing that they did come up with was they did the Contra collection. So anybody who likes the Contra games, all the games are on the Switch now.
I am down with that because I fucking love Contra.
Yeah, and I think that's really about it, other than the DLC, which we already covered. So yeah, that's.
Let's get talking to Pokemon again.
No, let's go. Let's cover a different fucking. What else? You want to do Square Enix or Microsoft next?
Square Enix or Microsoft?
I think we should save Microsoft. I was gonna save them for last because I feel like they had the best show. We could do that.
It depends really how you deem it. If you're there for Cyberpunk 2077, then yeah,
that's pretty much why they won the goddamn show.
I mean that and Halo Infinite.
Yes.
No.
But we didn't get any gameplay, so
that's fine. Just the fact that it's coming to PC, it's huge.
Yes, that's really big. So I don't know. Your choice, man.
You guys just got to expect, when Halo comes out, when we finally get to see what it's gonna be like Guardians, bro.
Yeah, Halo Infinite was supposed to be their big piece alongside the news of their next Xbox. The fuck is it? Project Scarlet is the code name currently, and they're both coming out next year.
Fuck.
Holiday season 2020.
Big oof. That's so far away, considering they announced it last year.
That seems to be the big takeaway: is all of the good shit announced at E3 is coming out next year. Halo is next year. Project Scarlet is next year. Outer Worlds is next year. Cyberpunk is next year. Final Fantasy is next year.
Yeah, when are they done next year?
To be
Maybe
honest,
really good next year. Let's think
this
about
year
that.
should be pretty decent themselves. I mean, we've got Borderlands and we've got freaking WoW Classic. That should be enough to hold us over till next year.
Well, most of us didn't get sunk into WoW, but
Hey man,
Well,
I'm gonna grind the shit out of WoW, man.
damn straight, man. Horde for life, bro. Undead Rogue.
I wanted to roll Horde, but my friends are rolling Alliance, and they want to play Paladin. Rip.
Fuck.
If they
No,
had Blood Elves, I would have won a Blood Elf.
I
You
mean,
better believe it.
I'm either going Undead Rogue or I'm going Troll Warlock, calling him Hoodoo.
Hey man, you
Who do you
I-
voodoo,
Tell me
bitch?
that's not an awesome name.
hey, yeah, it's good. What the hell? I would love to play Horde, dude. Like I'm saying, I am a Horde man. I like playing Horde. Horde, I don't know. Their areas look a lot more other land like, you know.
There's variety.
Yes. That's the point. That's what I like. I don't
Just
want to
tell
play
those
a
guys.
smaller version of a human.
Just straight up tell them, you know what? Get fucked. I'm playing Horde. When I see you out in goddamn Eastern Kingdoms, you're gonna die. Have fun.
I
That's
don't know
all you
about that.
do.
I think all my
Free-
friends are going freaking Alliance, so I'm not gonna get even a chance.
Free fucking honor. If you are a rogue, everybody else you see as free honor points.
That's very true. Rogues are pretty broken back in that game.
I mean, shit. When in so far, I'm glad nobody has fucking said anything to Blizzard about it. But according to the patch notes and from everything that's in there, and from the little bit I got to play, you can still go infinite with a rogue using a freaking gray dagger and kill anybody.
Probably. I can see it happening. I can see
Like,
because the combat's so fucking fast in that game that you can just kill them as soon as they get stunned.
no. It's actually a stupidly slow kill. But the thing is, you stun lock them so long, they can't do anything. They just get to sit there and watch you stab them to death 100 fucking times with a gray dagger and no armor on.
Jesus.
It's glorious, and I love doing it to people.
Other than that, about the let's talk more about the Xbox conference because I don't think that was the only thing. I think that like my personal opinion, the reason I liked it so much wasn't because Cyberpunk 2077. Don't get me wrong, that game is really fucking good, and I want to play it. But I found because their conference covered their Game Pass, right?
yeah,
And I feel like they're now switching. So I don't. I think now, even like they even confirmed it or something somewhere in an interview that now they consider like all the PCs and that run Windows 10 as an Xbox product.
yep.
So
Yeah,
now
Xbox
they're
is moving away from like console
yeah,
stuff, and they're moving into a game
That's-
service type thing.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
I
so
find.
they're pretty much they're taking the preemptive step in this console shit. It's like
Yeah, and
it's
now
going to be
what
it's
I
going to
think-
mean less about what console you own and more about just what game you own.
Yeah, and what I think the Project Scarlet's gonna be is gonna be like a Steam box almost.
They've already announced it'll have like console streaming features. It'll be very similar to Google Stadia if you heard that announcement, to where a lot of their stuff is just going to be online. You just stream it from wherever the fuck you have the application.
Cool with that.
Yeah. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with them. See, like, I don't know. The thing with Xbox is, like, I'm happy now that they realize that. I think they realize now PC marketing is probably the way to go for their games.
Oh, yeah,
They
for,
can
like,
make a lot more
Every
money.
single year, the PC market only increases.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's a permanent market. Like, you're not worried about fucking, if you put something on Steam, it's not going to be defunct in 6 months for the next hardware generation. People are going to buy that forever.
No, people are going to pay for it and then never play it.
Yeah.
That-
I mean, but they still own it forever.
Yeah,
and
they
can
they-
still go back to it and play it.
People can still buy that, so you're not, time gating your
One of the
content.
biggest ups.
The only
one of the
time that
biggest
it
ups-
ever messes up is if they come out with a new Windows and then that Windows doesn't support the game. because that
You
happens.
emulate previous Windows when you
Yeah,
store
you'd
them.
have to, and that's one of the nice things with Windows 10 that they added, that you can actually emulate that shit.
Yeah, it's really fucking nice. So,
It
it
wasn't even Windows 10. Windows 8 had
Was
that.
it
You right
Windows
click
8?
the fucking thing.
yeah,
It
eight
hit
had
run as Windows XP. Done. Your game, every game.
Every game
al-
now
al-
works.
I hate to break it to you,
almost
but even
almost
Windows
every
7
game.
has that.
Almost
Like
every
just
game.
run that compatibility mode, or
It did. Windows 7 did had have limited compatibility. There were games that if you're running it in XP like it's supposed to be, it would still just fuck up.
I mean, I got a game XP. I think it was Star Trek. King Expedition. I don't know. I got one of the really
What
old
did
ass
it be?
games
Klingon?
too. It wasn't for me. It was for my stepdad. I have no. It's one of those like you control your fleet type game. Uh, but I got that working on the Windows 7.
And
You can, but a
my
lot of game stuff it wasn't. It wasn't fully emulating it. Was what it was. It was just trying to trick the program.
yeah,
Whereas now, like I believe it was Windows 8 was when it fully decided, you know what? Nope, this isn't working for everything. We're gonna fully emulate
it doesn't work for every game, but Aaron's right. With 8.1 and particularly into 10, they got that shit down to a science.
it. Yep.
Yeah, I think now they even have it so it runs like just automatically checks what games the most compatible with for which version.
Yep. And
Until you click on like, let's play Arena or Daggerfall,
and
and nope.
I mean that's just poor coding on the game's part. They can only do so much. Those games barely ran in the first place.
No, that's when you download DOS and DOS box. Here we go.
And Microsoft has been pretty good for that. And all of their like console exclusives this year have seen like some support or another to PC.
Ooh.
Like Gears 4 you could get on PC.
Yeah, they
Forza
were
you
starting
could
it.
get on PC. So it's a good
Honestly,
trend.
I don't know if
What do you mean?
I'm still picky. I still say there are some games that should stay exclusive.
And they've already announced the next Halo coming to PC. The next Gears also coming to PC.
I know. I'm just saying. I personally I like the cross-platform. I do, but I still say it's still unfair for a lot of games.
Yeah, for some of them,
maybe
if there's
by
gonna be a
unfair.
if there's gonna be a multiplayer aspect, they're gonna need to compensate somehow. But for any like fucking single player experience, it doesn't hurt anything. Good for them. More people can buy their games. They get more money. More people get to experience the hard work these guys put into their shit.
Single players are okay. But if you look
Think-
at most of Microsoft's major licenses and exclusives, they're all mostly based around multiplayer. People don't pick up Gears of War or Halo to play through the fucking story.
Yeah,
Story's great.
they have to
Actually,
segregate
wait, for
matchmaking
Halo,
for that.
absolutely they do.
Yeah, Halo. What the hell?
Not really.
Maybe
One
not
of the
Gears.
strongest things about Halo is the story.
It does.
That's
have a good
why
story.
that's why when 343 got it, and people got pissed because like they pretty much redlined the entire story.
Eh,
Yeah, I'm with Moon on this one.
well, I mean,
The only game I could think of is maybe Gears of War, but like that game
Some
would take a hit. 'cause
Co-op Gears of War is pretty fucking fun though. The fact that you
Yeah.
can like
co-op
play on
Gears-
different difficulties, but other people.
But
could do
I
on
can see
different- other-
multiplayer Gears taking a huge hit if PC players could play it, like they do. But you know
I
what?
don't see that game.
And in Gears
Six.
4, they were segregated. Like the matchmaking for PC and for console was.
they would have to continue to do that.
Not really. I mean, when it comes down to it, aim assist. Like if you have
Okay.
there's a really good balance. Like on Destiny 2
Oh,
did a really
yeah.
good balance. Like I played Destiny 2 on a controller because it was better for me, and
The
I
aim
played on
assist.
PC. Yeah, because
They
aim
just-
assist
just
was so
take off
strong.
aim assist.
But people who got good, like really good for the on the console, on the mouse and all that, I wasn't at a disadvantage. Like they could
But-
use other guns that I couldn't use, but like I was still very much doing the 9 trail the 9, so then still getting perfect score.
One game I know that did take a huge hit from the PC market that was Xbox was a Sea of Thieves.
Uh-huh.
That got hurt. See, it wasn't bad. Like I don't know why they made it. Like I get that. Yeah, sure. The Xbox people didn't have it wasn't fair for them at
It
all.
was so unfair because here's the thing: on Xbox, it took a while to be able to snipe somebody. On PC, it doesn't. So half the time, you'd pull up, and the 3 fucking PC players who had a sniper rifle with them would go pop, 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 and you're done. There's nothing you can do. You
Gunzo.
can't fight it. You can't get close enough to even shoot them with anything because
But
they have a fucking PC and a mouse.
personally, what I believe they should do, and for all their games in the future, is to have that option to change crossplay on, crossplay off.
To a
If you
certain
don't
extent,
want,
like when you get to like the Sea of Thieves problem, is like if that option was on by default off, the PC community is dead because there's just not enough players. Like
yeah,
the only reason
that's
that
the
game even
issue.
thrives on PC is because of the Xbox community.
Agreed.
That's the big issue, and everybody was talking about that. It was like, it's dead now, the game, because all the PC players, there's like nobody on.
Yeah, PC players aren't on, but when they are on, they have a massively unfair advantage. So you're pissing off your Xbox players. It's
But you're coming to like you're running into the minority, which for the most part, when you encounter someone, I don't know what the percentage was because the PC community was it's like significantly smaller, like within like 5% of the community. Like it was really small, so like it would be rare to even run into a PC player.
no, not at all.
No, you just had to have bad luck because I mean the servers are all just fucking randomly selected unless you got grouped poorly.
But here's the thing: the way those servers worked, you were guaranteed to have a couple of PC players every server because that was helping.
There's
anchor
just
their
not enough. I know there's not enough PC players.
Yeah, I think there's an issue, yeah, with PC players now because the servers. I think they kept all the same servers, but now everybody's like is randomly put into these servers that are like dead, which doesn't make sense to me. I feel like all the PC players should just be put into one server, and then go from there. But I think it's because they have it, so it just randomly selects the server. That's not good.
Yeah,
You know,
it's a real challenge, and I mean to Aaron's credit, if they don't figure that shit out, they'll just continue. We'll keep seeing more Sea of Thieves things. You either, if you're going to integrate the games, you need to do it properly or keep it separate because they're fucking it up currently.
Yeah. Or just at least, I find at least just have the option to turn that on or off. Like, hey, maybe the Xbox people want to come on and play with their PC friend.
I'm fine with the
Have that
option as
option.
long as by default it's on.
Yeah.
I think with the more popular game, it wouldn't make a difference. Like Sea of Thieves is still kind of indie.
So, you want to talk about the other announcements?
I do.
So, yeah, I do too. For the Xbox conference, or
Fucking Tales of Arise.
yeah, new Tales game.
That got fucking announced at the Xbox conference for some fucking reason. I don't care why. I'm going to fucking play. And it, again, coming in 2020. Kill me.
Isn't that shit done on the Unreal Engine? It looks like it's Unreal Engine.
It looks gorgeous as fuck, doesn't it?
Yeah.
my problem with Tales games lately. They've changed from what they used to be. So damn drastically.
They're a bit generic now.
They're
fucking generic. They're now cookie cutter. Like ever since Bersaria, even. It just
So like the second to last. No, the last one.
Yeah, I mean, traditionally they were like, your traditional action RPGs, and then more recently they've been more like anime RPGs. So it's kind of a change in direction.
Not just that, but like they don't even feel like playing a Tales game anymore. Like
Feels
when I
like
pick
playing
up...
generic anime game.
Exactly. It's like you gotta be kidding me. This is not right. When I think of Tales, another game series that pops up in my mind as similar, Star Ocean. Fucking Star
Yeah.
Ocean series and the Tales series.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand. And now Tales goes off into anime, boring as hell, cookie cutter. And
I would disagree with it being boring. Like, it is a drastic change in style, but I don't think it's a different. I don't think it's a boring change.
Okay, so the reason I say it's a boring change is because Tales, like the older games, they used to have major plot twists that just threw you a fucking loop.
Yes.
And now their plot twists are shit you've seen a mile away.
Like Zestiria. I think they started that in Zestiria, didn't they?
I mean, how
The last PS3 game.
Yeah, that's when it started the decline of you're now becoming cookie cutter. When I say, and I'm not saying cookie cutter like it's not a good story.
Hell,
I'm
man.
It's how do I explain
Tales of
this?
Zillia was a pretty good fucking twist of events, I think.
Zillia was a good twist.
I'd be fine if there wasn't even a twist. I mean, like,
Unless
it's like really left field, there's always a way to know.
That's what it used to be?
No, that's what it used to be. Tales literally just threw you the most weird curve.
But here's the thing: if they always did it, it wasn't left field. You should have expected. If it was like, if that happened.
Yeah, how much of this is nostalgia for you guys? Because I'm with Moon here. None of the Tales stuff particularly stood out to me as overly what the fuck. I mean, no more than fucking Star Ocean, and you find out you're in a goddamn computer program at the end of one of them.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. I love Star Ocean for that though. That was, fuck. But no, Tales out of nowhere. Like, if you're playing like for example, Symphonia. Most of the fucking game, you're going to try and, take Colette through her becoming, the angel. The whole fucking game, is what you think. And you're doing this for multiple hours. And then you find out, no, the angels are the fucking bad guys. This is going to kill everyone. Oh.
Spoilers, by the way.
How old was that fucking game?
A game that's almost 20 years old.
Hey, I wanted to play that game. Come on.
It was like 15.
Yeah, close.
Nah.
No, it's getting closer to 20.
But yeah, I kind of get him though, cause that's mind blowing. Cause you played at least 50 hours or 60 hours into the game already.
Yeah, before that even happened.
Yeah, and then they dropped that bomb, and then that's the halfway point, I believe.
I think you're overdoing that. You might be 20, but not 60.
No, you're about 40.
Yeah, you're about you're pretty decent way in. You have all your party members on. I think at that point.
Level 30, 40. They're around level 30 and 40. Not including all the cutscenes and everything you've gone through, and you become attached. The fact that, spoiler, Kratos is a bad guy.
I mean, it's a 60-hour game. I think you guys are kind of stretching it.
I just looked it up. Main plus extra is at max 70 hours.
Yeah, and literally, you're only about halfway through when that happens. So about 30, 40 hours.
That's what I was saying. What?
That's
what I was saying. A 60-hour
I don't know the
thing
general playtime thing. I thought it was always that long.
No.
I mean, the completionist is 200 hours. There's a lot of shit.
I mean, that's normal for Tales games. There's the obscene amount of bullshit.
Yeah, if you want to just do the main story, it's about 50, and the main story plus extra is about 70.
And the extra that they're doing isn't even finishing everything out.
No, it's technically side quests and not collectible.
It's not even side quests. It's two fucking bosses is what they're talking about. It's fighting living armor and what's his name? What's his goddamn name? Because it's 100% boss completion. It takes about 70 hours. I cannot think of the dude's name. He's a fucking super boss. But all I'm saying is there was all that extra shit. And there really isn't anymore with Tales games.
Motherfucker, did you play Zestiria?
Yeah, I was about to say, the end of Zestiria is a twist.
Or fucking Berseria, for that fact?
Yes, I played through Berseria before you finished Berseria, you fuck.
You said you played it. Did you beat it, though? It's not...
Yes.
It's not as simplified as you're making it out to be.
I beat Zestiria.
It's not groundbreaking, but it's not... It's not some fucking, generic
Technically,
bullshit
both
either.
these games still have twists.
Like the twist in Zestiria wasn't that good, to be honest. I seen it like a mile away. I seen it like the very beginning of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like that far ahead, and you did not like in the other games. You did not see like half of this shit until like they just dropped this big ass cutscene on you, telling you, "Oh hey, all this shit you did basically fucking pointless."
Yeah, like literally like that, and then this main character you used this whole fucking time, the secondary character, sorry, like Kratos, just immediately becomes your enemy, and you're fighting him as a boss, and you're like, well, fuck me, because
Anyways,
everybody's party was Lloyd, Kratos, Rain, and either Genus or Sheena at that point, because nobody played fucking Colette.
Rip Colette.
I mean, you pulled her out one goddamn time to fight the skeletons just so she can spam angel feathers.
Anyways, yeah, Tales of Arise. It looks pretty good.
Yep, one.
Yeah, it
Uh,
looking
I
good.
just
The
hope
screenshots
that
look good.
yeah, the little movie they did. I hope it turns out to be a good game. We don't know anything about the story or anything like that.
Nope, literally just this is a thing that's happening.
Do you know if they're coming out with it in Japan first, or like what? Like, is it coming 2019 for Japan, and then
It was
because
slated
that's
for
usually what they do.
it was just slated for 2020. It didn't specify different release dates yet.
And it's the first time we've seen the game, so I'm actually wondering if they're doing a global release this time, or if they're.
I'd hope so.
Maybe
I mean,
because if
we
I
all
imagine
hope for that.
I would imagine Tales games are following the same trend as Final Fantasy games. That even though Aaron doesn't like it, they're making more money and becoming more popular as the older
Fucking
they
weeb
get.
games.
No,
Weebs
that's
with
the
their
sad part.
money.
Wait a minute, that's the sad part. You say weebs with their money. Essentially, we're the weebs with our money.
Yeah,
Yes.
Buying
yeah,
fucking games.
yeah. I know.
I like how you're using this buy word like I'm not pirating every fucking game I can.
I
You're
mean, to be honest though, like I said, I would prefer them come out with a new fucking Star Ocean game instead.
Didn't they come out with that one on the PS4 last time?
Yeah.
I didn't. I have it. I played a little, like an hour of it, and I just dropped it. Was it worth playing?
Yes and
Yeah.
no.
I
I mean,
figured that.
the
I want
problem comes
another
in.
MMO
it co-
Fantasy Star online thing.
They
There
are.
is Phantasy
They
Star
are.
Online.
They're coming out with it.
They're actually coming
Good
out with it. It's not just
transition.
gonna be like a Korean
Yeah,
only thing.
PSO2 is coming to Xbox and PC
Oh,
now
thank fucking
in
god.
America.
Hallelujah.
After what, 6 years of it being out in
It's
the Japan?
yeah.
It's been a while.
Japan.
Yeah, and that's actually wild. They showcased that at the Xbox fucking press thing. I was like, holy shit.
A game that's ancient already is now
A
coming
game
to-
that's ancient and that should have been like they announced it years ago to come to fucking America, and then licensing hit it.
I hope it doesn't do the subscription thing and just fucking kill it for me.
Fucking
I
Xbox.
don't think it does.
Xbox made out like goddamn bandits. Like the lack of Sony at this press conference, you could tell just all the other games. Like fuck, Microsoft, do you have some
Hell.
space for us? Because this is all stuff that would be at Sony's normally.
I mean, PSO2 was really iffy because PSO was on Xbox, not PS4,
Yeah.
Yep.
right? The original
Even
PSO.
though- Even though Phantasy Star in general has been a big Sony
thing.
seller.
Yeah, it was weird. So maybe Xbox still had the rights to that franchise or something. So I think it was announced on an Xbox thing as well, way back when they first announced it. But yeah, the lack of Sony, it wasn't helping. But then again, I think Sony realized that they screwed up. I think because last year they announced a lot of games that still haven't come out yet.
Last year, see,
No.
Sony was weird because the year before they had a stunning conference, and last year's it was the worst in show. Like, what? How do you go from that extreme?
It depends, right? Like, obviously, the Sony's fanboys would be like, "Hey, it's fucking the best." Personally, in my opinion, it showed off. They showed off a lot of games, Last of Us 2, other things like that, that people were really hyped for. But honestly, like, I find with Sony, they do, like half the time they don't come out with their games when they give a release date.
They
'Cause
don't.
Square Enix is bad for that. That's why Square Enix, I don't trust their dates.
Nope. That
Kingdom Hearts 3, fucking Final Fantasy 15.
Kingdom Hearts joke.
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh,
Wait.
there's something we haven't talked about. I think we'd all appreciate is Baldur's Gate 3 being made.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That was a PC showcase thing, unfortunately.
I am okay with that being a PC showcase. I am perfectly fine with that.
I'm not sure how you'd port that type of RPG to
They-
console and have it like actually be functional.
they have XCOM on
Like Pillars of
consoles.
Eternity?
Like the stuff
You
exists.
talked at the same time.
Have you ever played
It
Pillars of
works.
Eternity? It works.
I've tried it.
amazing on console.
I mean, and stuff like XCOM has been on console, so it's not. Diablo was on console, so
This-
it's not.
This is not.
It's
this
not
is
that
not-
far outside the realm of possibility.
Why would you bring up X?
Because it's another one of those stupid fucking convoluted menus with 6,000 different options.
So, guys, how about that Minecraft Dungeons?
I don't
My-
know what it is. And I don't know. I don't want to know what it is.
My
It's Diablo style Minecraft.
Yeah, it's
my my 6-year-old is going to love it. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Beat your kid.
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's
beat up your kid.
interesting, and like if they do it right, hey, it could be really fun. Cause hey, we need more. I feel like we need more Diablo games again.
We
Just
do.
looter games.
Just
Yeah.
give us Diablo freaking 4, please.
And not be as buggy mess as like the,
Hey.
last game.
But
Come
came
on,
out.
we're getting Diablo Immortal. Come on.
do you guys not have phones?
Yeah.
Don't have phones. You gotta play the.
God, I can't
gotta
believe
play
they didn't
Gears
fuck
Pop,
up.
dude.
I can't believe there's not like a notoriously bad clip that didn't happen this year.
Notoriously bad clip.
Well, like that's bad. Like, is this a joke? Do you not have phones?
No,
Like that's
the entirety of the fucking the entirety of Bethesda's showcase was that.
I mean, that's you're mostly coming down to oh my god, Tom Arnold. I'm like, what's his name again? Oh my god, fuck me.
Tom
Oh,
Howard.
yeah.
Man had to say that Fallout 76 was a mistake in front of the crowd.
This is a guy like 2 or 3 weeks before the conference said they didn't expect Fallout to. They expected it to have a bumpy road. Like they knew they wasn't gonna be perfect. So why the fuck did you launch it?
Anyways, we should keep talking about the Xbox. There's a lot more to talk about on Xbox.
Yeah,
There's the new Dark Souls game.
Elden Ring.
Yeah, Elden Ring. It's made by the same From Software and George R.R.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You mean where everybody's gonna die anyway?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
You thought the last
yeah.
ones were hard? Fuck your asshole.
You're all gonna die.
No, literally, this just means, they're gonna kill the Firekeeper off. They're gonna kill everybody off before they get to say anything.
I want my feelings to be hurt while I play my Dark
Everyone
Souls
knows
games.
to feel Dark Souls, but Brian is just in his adolescence still.
He still hasn't played a game, eh?
He fucking go ahead, announce it.
Yeah.
No, announce it.
I have in my hands a PlayStation 4 copy of Dark Souls Remastered.
PlayStation 4. I don't understand the PlayStation 4 part.
Oh, you'll never know the fun of the first Dark Souls, like the original.
I looked to get a copy that was cheap, and the brand new copy of the remastered was cheaper in every platform that I could find it.
You should have got the PS4 has like all 3 games on one game.
Yeah,
you get that?
But motherfucker, I'm broke. That's why I got the PlayStation 4 version because it was the cheapest.
Yeah, but it's on PS4. The 3 games on one.
Yeah, but
It's like
that
50, it's
collection.
like $50 for
Yeah.
all 3 games
No,
plus
no,
all the DLC.
you're misunderstanding. I'm broke. I can't afford $50.
Bro.
That's why I bought the single game for PlayStation 4, and after my next fucking 2 weeks of working nonstop, that's gonna be my stream game.
Jesus.
It's gonna be interesting.
Sounds like you gotta work streaming, man. Get that ad revenue from streaming.
It is gonna be hilarious because you better play online. Just do it online the whole fucking
Well,
And then he gets hacked and then banned.
I'm console. I doubt that's gonna be a problem.
That's gonna be
Yeah,
hilarious.
if only it had crossplay so I could come in.
No, but Elden Ring. Trying to get back to topic.
I know, but you fucking talk about Dark Souls.
No.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
Let's talk about Dark Souls for the 15th time already.
Exactly. We spent literal hours of this fucking show's
You might
history.
as- you might as well-
Who's listening? It's just us talking, Brian.
We might as well just change the name to Dark Souls Podcast.
Yeah.
Actually,
From Software Fanboys.
It would fucking cut out the middleman sometimes.
So Star Wars game. What you guys think about that?
No, I want to still talk about Elden Ring.
Oh, okay. I mean, it was a clip. We never really got to see much.
Well, they have talked about like how the game is supposed to be. The way it's supposed to work is you're supposed to travel to lands and counter a castle and then beat the king of that castle to get his power. So that's how the game's supposed to be. So I imagine it's going to be like a Dark Souls 1 to
Sounds
Demon
kind of like Shadow Colossus.
Yeah, that in a combination of like Demon Souls, where you'll kind of like you spawn in front of a castle and you just like go in there.
From the looks of things, it seemed like they were gonna take like a Bloodborne or like a Dark Souls 2 thing, where you have like a central hub thing, and then you go out from there one way or the other to the
I hate
locations.
to break your heart, but literally every single Dark Souls game has a central hub. Even Demon Souls had a central hub.
That's actually true.
Even Kingsfield had a central hub, buddy.
Like From
shit.
Software it has always put in a central hub.
Actually, I was thinking like, I don't think they did that for Sekiro. Not as like.
It's
in
not as
tri-
prominent,
like-
but like your shrine.
Because your
area
main
is technically
like you got the
a-
shrine, right? And then you got the Ashina Castle, and Ashina Castle is more of a hub than anything, right? Because that leads off into all the other.
Well, it's
different
like a
areas.
branching path, but like the shrine is
Yeah.
still where you go back.
Yeah, you'll still go
But
back.
that
there, yeah.
that and the you're right. The top of Ashina Castle. So, but there's two hub areas.
I would consider like obviously the first area you start out the game is obviously the main like area, but like I don't know, with Dark Souls I find like the Dark Souls hubs, they've always been connected to multiple different areas that you could or I don't know, was Bloodborne like that?
Dark Souls 3 wasn't like that. Dark Souls 3 was like, hey, you're here. And I spent an hour looking around like, I can't find how to get out of here. And it's like, oh no, stick a sword in this fucking fire and teleport out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we all did that.
I wasn't a fan of that hub area. Not gonna lie. I miss the old branching paths hub area.
I mean, to be fair, also to answer your question, no. Bloodborne was directly straightforward. This is where you go. This is what you do. Yes,
Mhm.
you had the
Yeah,
hub.
you had the main hub area, and then you teleported. I remember
You
now.
could teleport, but it was very, very linear.
Yeah, I just hope. I hope it's like you said. It was it open world? Did they say?
I think
never
it
got-
is, but I honestly I have a feeling it's gonna be like a Demon Souls situation where they put you in front of the castle, and instead of you having to travel to the castle. I just have this funny feeling that that's what's gonna be like. It's supposed to be open world. They do say it's gonna be open world, but I just have this feeling that it's not gonna be
I'm
Shadow
hyped for it.
Colossus open world. I'm thinking it's like Demon
I would
Souls.
love it to be Shadow of the Colossus. I'd love to have a horse that I could ride around and dies at the end.
The way that they've described it is it's going to be From Software's most open world game to date, with freedom to explore
It's from software. The only games they make is Dark Souls. What the heck?
That's just the quote that's the
Technically,
quote
they
they've
have
given.
Armor Core and like all the other bullshit.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
mean, I'm gonna call bullshit because Kingsfield was fully open.
Ooh. So wait, if it's gonna be their biggest open, then they got to make it pretty open. Damn.
Because Kingsfield
Yeah,
didn't
From
have.
Software did make Armored Core, didn't they?
They
Yeah, they
did.
Yes.
They need
That's
to make more
why
of those games.
They've got some dark secrets in their past.
Moonlight Greatsword in it.
Is it Armored Core?
Yeah, they introduced the Moonlight Greatsword in Kingsfield, like the very
It
first
started
game.
off in Kingsfield, then it came out in Armored. They're like,
It's a very much some From Software stapled weapon.
They
it's their signature weapon.
they need to make more Armored Core games. That's all I'm saying. I want my mech. They
We've
make
talked
really
about
good
this
mech
before.
games.
We've had this exact same conversation. I brought it up. I would like that
Really fucking good
that
game.
fully
That's
customizable mech
mech.
like arena fire.
That's
type
why
thing.
I'm really hyped for Daemon X Machina. Cause I think it's made by the same people too, isn't it? Made by From. Anyways, yeah, there's a Star Wars game. What do you guys think of that?
Battletoads.
I mean, it's EA,
Oh
isn't
yeah,
it?
Battletoads got a remaster or a new game, I should say.
I
Sequel.
don't know. If it's not,
They better have a pit where you fall
fucks
forever and
me up.
just never get past.
They do have a driving section.
Yep. Outer Worlds is coming out. That's what I'm excited for.
But it's not 2020. You know what game I really fucking loved, and just the way that the trailer made it look, and that reminded me of Paper Mario. That RPG Time.
That looked interesting. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, like
if that's
it reminded me of old Mario, old
Mario?
Paper Mario. Yeah.
Microsoft for the last few years done this thing where they just feature a bunch of indie games, and every time I'm like, how have I not heard of this? This looks gorgeous. Like there's always something
Because
stand out in there.
Everything's like it takes like the cardboard paper aesthetic and uses those like gimmicks that like paper you would use with like paper. I like that. I want to see I want to see Paper Mario again, man.
When was the last one?
On the Wii U, and Color Splash. I think it came out 2016, and it was bad.
Yeah.
The writing was okay, like the jokes and shit, but when you only have generic Toad like number 11 through like 20 or whatever, right, as your characters, and then you have like Bowser and then all the enemies, it's just no, like we want like, different races be involved in the game, not just Toads. And then the combat was pretty bad too. It was not like there's obviously no partners. It was you went like combat was based on how you could fill in the color for different cards or some shit, and then you use it in battle.
I'm curious. Since the last one was bad, would you have any faith in the next one being good?
I do, because I think Nintendo's actually kind of learning from their mistakes. From I don't know, because like you look at the Wii U, man. Like it didn't sell well. No, I don't think any of the games sold well. The Paper Mario franchise, yeah, sure, it's kind of like dead right now. But I think Nintendo kind of realizes after 2 games that they kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I think they learn from their mistakes better than most publishers.
I'll agree. But can we just wait for, Mario Legend of the 14 Stars?
Oh my god.
If that game ever got a sequel, I would pay top fucking dollar.
You'd literally have to beg. You'd have to literally go to Square Enix's doorstep for them to even
Sorry for
give
President's
you.
cock.
Motherfuckers,
Yeah.
I would fund this shit myself to get a fucking Legend
With
of the
what?
Stars
With
sequel.
money.
The only thing you're ever gonna get is I think they remastered it on the Wii U, or not remastered, but they came out with it on the Wii Shop or whatever, the eShop. I think that's the only thing you're gonna get out of that game. Because
Superstar Saga.
Going back to trying to get back to Microsoft. New Dragon Ball Z game. You see the
Don't
trailer?
worry.
The Goku Project Goku or whatever it's called.
Kakarot.
Kakarot. There you go. That
Don't
looks
give a
good.
fuck. I mean,
Yeah.
the last ones have been like all right, but I haven't liked a Dragon Ball Z game in like fucking
I
long
mean, they said
time.
it's an RPG Dragon Ball Z game. I don't know.
Does
I'm
that mean
interested in it.
anything, honestly?
It's hard to fuck
I'm
up that
interested.
formula.
They said
Yeah.
Sonic was an RPG, and it turned out to be a button masher.
Yeah. I don't know. I actually don't know. Is it Funimation that's like kind of behind? Like, who's the one making the game? I guess I should say. Like, it depends. Like, is it Funimation and Capcom, or is it Funimation and who's making that? Because it depends on the developer, really.
That is a great question. Let me.
Because
It's Capcom.
depending,
That's gonna be a bad RPG, but a good fighter.
yeah. Hey man, I just want like Budokai to come back and have like good Budokai shit. Have like good story mixed in with like leveling up your characters and shit. Come on.
Bandai Namco.
Ugh.
I got the same guys who've done the last few of them.
So they're the only
So the
ones.
RPGs meaning that you will customize your character, and that's about it.
It's gonna be like Xenoverse 2, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's gonna
because
be like that.
they did the same. Which I was fine with the combat in the universe. Just everything else, not so much.
But it's not an RPG.
It's an action RPG.
It really is, but it is.
It's an action game with RPG elements.
That's the problem.
What would you expect from a Dragon Ball Z game when the characters are pretty well defined?
RPG is too fucking vague nowadays. They need to be like, yeah, like if I want, what I want to see from it is I want to see multiple people like an MMO Dragon Ball Z.
You're never
game.
gonna get this.
I know I'm never gonna get it.
Oh, thank you very much. It was terrible.
Dragon Ball MMO. Wait, what?
Yeah, there
Yes,
was
Dragon Ball MMO.
there was a Dragon Ball. It was Aaron's right. It was pretty bad.
Oh, probably pretty bad. But I want a good one.
Myself out to level 50. I wanted to rip my hair out and quit the fucking game.
I want a good one, not a bad one. That's the difference here.
Huge difference.
Yeah, big difference.
All we said was we want a Dragon Ball MMO.
Oh, we got one. It wasn't worth it, but we got one.
But we actually, it wasn't even that we said we wanted
I mean, hey,
we
it's
said
like
a
somebody
Dragon Ball-
asking for a Dragon Ball like actual IRL film, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
First off-
yeah,
first off,
Evolution.
yeah.
Evolution was it called?
Wasn't the last Dragon Ball
Oh.
film like super shit or something like
The only wait, like the animated one or
I
the
think so.
live action?
Oh, no,
There's a
Broly
live
is-
action.
No.
Broly was good.
Broly. What was before that? Resurrection F, and then there was something else. Like, there's been quite a few movies, and I still enjoy almost every Dragon Ball Z movie.
They were really good. But no, the one I'm talking about is the live action one that came out in like 2000.
Uh-huh.
It was terrible.
that. I mean, Dragon Ball Z live action. That's not gonna be something. that
Have
makes
you
me-
have you
do-
never seen Dragon Ball Evolution? Like, it deserves a fucking shrine in the fucking worst movies ever Hall of Fame. It is legitimately dog shit. Not just on the fact that it shits on the source material, which you expect from Hollywood. The acting is bad. The fucking graphic, everything about that movie is terrible.
Have you ever seen a live action Mario movie?
See that's like a good bad though.
Yeah, that was so bad it's good. Like, that wrapped back around on itself. Dragon Ball Evolution just
It
was awful.
stank. There was like nothing that actually followed like the source material. With Mario, you know, at least they had Yoshis.
At least,
No.
again, the Mario thing circled back around. It was so bad, it was good. Just like, what the fuck is going on? The Evolution was just awful. Just straight up awful. I wouldn't wish that on my fucking worst enemy.
Wasn't Piccolo like a black dude or something?
Yes.
Piccolo was. They didn't even try to make Piccolo look different. Like they didn't try to make him a Namekian in that
So
movie.
here's the thing, and when it comes to TV shows being turned into games or movies being made off of games or games being made off of anime, how did they fuck up both not only Sword Art Online twice, but they also fucked up Attack on Titan?
I mean, they fucked up Death Note, and that literally handed to them on a fucking script. So
How do you fuck up Death Note?
it
Oh, I
is,
still
it
can't.
is it is the easiest fucking thing to translate in the world. You can literally condense half the comics into a single movie, and you would be set. And they still couldn't fucking figure it out.
I get that, but here's my thing though. How do you fuck up Sword Art Online?
An anime about a video game seems like it has a lots of places to fuck up.
No, I get it. I get it. But the thing is, all you had to do was make it a generic, basic-ass RPG with a few of the anime characters in it, and you'd have been done. They
So
didn't do that. They made a weird
my
janky-
question is, how the fuck did they fuck up the anime so bad? Cause that shit.
Yeah.
The Sword Art Online anime could have been like they didn't add any like RPG elements into the shit at all. It's like
Agreed.
if you translated the anime into an actual like video game, it would be the shittiest fucking video game ever.
I get that. My
Yeah,
thing
it was
is,
really weird as to when you're actually a video game or not. Like, it played
Like,
fast and fucking
there was
loose
no
with its
logic.
own rules. Yeah, exactly.
like, I get that. But how do you fuck up Attack on Titan? Big Titan, badass. Cut his neck. Call it good.
Didn't they have like a really good fan-made game for that?
They did. They had a basis for what to build their game on. And they
Yeah.
went a wild 180 and said, we're going to try this and see how well this works. Oh, it didn't work at all. Let's make a second one.
That'll learn them.
Let's get money. That'll lure all those weebs into buying our games.
Like literally, that's the thing. They did that. And then they came out with the Sword Art Online game after the first Attack on Titan game. And everybody's like, why did you do this? It's terrible. That's like the dot hack games. You had a basis for a fucking game. You had a general story you could have worked with.
Yeah,
I know that some of the dot hack games were good.
The ones that
Dude.
didn't go based on the show.
Dude, you know, that's not a fucking game. It's a fucking movie.
Dot hack?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I tried to play it a year ago, and I wanted to blow my own fucking brains out.
Most of those were really fuck. I mean, to be fair, the anime was
You're
very
talking
much a story heavy,
10
not an
plus
action thing,
minutes.
but
10 plus minutes
It
of
was a story.
cutscene.
It was a story-heavy anime, but it was a good anime that would have had a basis for a good game.
if you're
So-
into the fucking, Metal Gear Solid movie video game, sure.
Anyways,
You're
so
targeted-
Dying Light 2, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited for that because I say Dying
I
Light
am.
1 is like hands down my favorite zombie game ever.
Dying Light, I'm thinking of even going back and replaying it.
You want to know my experience with Dying Light? I won a copy in a giveaway, and my laptop at the time couldn't run it.
I think it's about time you played it on stream right now.
I don't own it. I gave away the copy.
Better- No,
Oh.
you
You're
have to
missing.
play Dark- It has to happen.
Dark Souls?
But-
Dying Light's a really good second.
Oh,
I mean,
Like,
if you buy me Dying Light, I will delay Dark Souls just to piss off Aaron.
See, the thing is like, I first bought it when I was on Xbox, right? I didn't play it. I played maybe an hour of it. I was like, okay. Xbox was dying at that time. I didn't want to play. I wanted to play PC. I then rebought it on PC, and I fucking now regret not playing it because it's a really fucking good game.
Pretty much, it's Dead Island, but they get everything right.
They get everything right and they add parkour to it, which just
Yes.
makes it-
Add parkour to anything, it's gonna be better.
Well, I mean, no, it makes sense with a zombie game like that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Dying Light, no,
You just
I don't want
random
to have
ass
to
people
run
that
around
that
this
were
fucking
immune.
fence. Yeah, I don't want to have to run around this fucking fence to jump up and over it.
I'm
No.
excited because the trailer that from Dying Light 2 that they showed off there, it would look really good. I
Is it
don't.
a continuation of the story? Or is it a new story?
It's a continuation.
Okay.
Thank God.
I think you're still in the area. You're still in the same city, I believe, but it's a continuation from like, hey, the fucking apocalypse is still spreading, and now like it's just dealing with like all the politics behind what the fuck's happening with all the zombies spreading.
That's actually really big information because I think the zombies in the first game were still quarantined to just that city.
They have new. I think they have new zombies that can break the fucking quarantine shit now. I think
Oh,
they've evolved.
that's so scary because I remember so many times I was running and the only reason I even made it out
That
because I
I
ran into it.
Yeah, yeah, and they
Uh,
just fucking back off. But I'm pretty sure in the trailer they showed like some form, like new infected and shit like that that I did not see in the first game.
now,
Those nighttime
granted,
zombies in Dying Light look terrifying.
Oh, they
right?
were terrifying.
They are. The problem with it is that it's like any RPG. By the time that you're at the end of the game, you're like, fucking come at me.
Not when you had a pack, dude. When you had a pack of those shits.
Well, especially the very
Mm-hmm.
end of the game. Oh my god. I took a screenshot of like when I turned around and it's literally the entire screen is just a horde of the night.
Those fuckers.
Now,
Did you play the DLC for
I
that?
did. I did. The DLC is actually really good.
I haven't finished the DLC. I beat the game, base game, and I got the DLC. I need to play that. I need to beat it.
now, here's the only disappointment of Dying Light. The primary disappointment I had was the final boss. I'm not gonna get into it because
Mm.
Brian hasn't played it. But the final boss is very
I've seen it.
Very anticlimactic.
Isn't that the
Right?
one where you climb the fucking tower and shoot a helicopter down?
Yes, isn't that right? Pretty sure that
no,
is.
no. It's when you fight him at the top of the tower and you stab him with the knife, and then it's all quick time based.
Yeah, bullshit. I remember that. I watched a guy play it.
I mean, personally, I don't care too much if there's like a final boss in a game. Like, as long as they end the game properly,
I get that,
it's
but
like,
here's the
it's
thing.
disappointing, but like, the climb to get up that fucking huge ass tower, like 50 floor tower with zombies all infested into it, I almost want to consider the whole thing like a fucking boss. And then the
I
end is just you ending it.
I get that, but at the same time, you fought other things before that are much more of a boss than it is. I mean,
Yeah.
I just feel like there should have been a little bit more than just a quick time.
I mean, what you expecting? It's gonna be like Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 5, some bullshit like that. Guy's gonna turn into a giant mutated fucking monster.
I mean, he could
I could
have.
almost
That
see it.
was great.
Hell, I actually kind of wish that the Resident Evil people got on board with them and was like, "Hey, make us infected."
I
Well,
honestly, I think if they did a Resident Evil game that kind of way, it'd be amazing.
So what do you guys expect in the second game?
So
Uh,
I expect the city to be less littered, and I actually expect cars to be in it. Because in the DLC
wait,
they
less
add
littered?
cars. Yeah, less littered because it's
It's a
in the
lot more
DLC.
littered now.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
the
Is there
trailers
not
they show
cars in it?
it's like taken over. Like the whole place is like taken over by trees, shit like that. Vines are everywhere, and then there's like settlements with like it's just like a whole ruined city.
So there must be like paths because I imagine it's
Yeah,
going to be cars. Because like in the
there's
DLC they add
paths,
cars,
but it's
and
like
the
I
cars in
think
that universe work really well.
yeah, and they're probably gonna keep the cars. They'll probably do is they'll probably because this is like I don't know how many I don't know if it's years or if it's months or what
It has to be
happened.
years, I imagine.
Um, so all I know is the guy is it the same guy? I don't know. I can't remember if it's the same guy or if it's a different guy. I think it's the same guy, and he's still infected. and he needs cures every I
Yeah.
think certain while. I don't know how if they're gonna add like a time element like in
It-
what's it called? What's
like
the other zombie game called? The
Dead
Capcom game.
Rising.
Dead
Dead
Rising,
Rising.
like
Yeah.
in that
But here's the
game.
problem: like that element was in the first game, but it was tied to cutscene, so there was no real element because like you got
Yeah, there's.
infected literally at the beginning of the game, and
I
you could
wonder if they're gonna
honestly you couldn't
add that.
fault someone for forgetting you were ever infected.
Yep.
50 days later, yo, dude, you still infected? Yeah, I just haven't grabbed it yet. No worries.
I wouldn't mind there being like a time-based thing, but they would
All I
have to
know is that there's a
really.
wristband that tells him when he needs to take shit. So in the trailer, and
What?
I don't think he had that before.
He did.
Did
I
he?
can I can
Yeah.
imagine that being story-based though, like it never moving
It could
until you
be.
make.
Honestly, and
Uh,
I don't know how the world, because the world looks like more apocalyptic than before. Because before it was like, scavengers and shit, but now it's like a lot more, you got like civilizations, I think now, like where just, uh, like mini civilizations were like in the other game, it was like maybe 10 people, maybe max in a civilization, but now it looks like people are now clumped together
mm,
in like
oh, you
mini
had
zones.
you had the tower, which was packed with people, and then you had the bad guys' base, which was packed with people, and then
Yep.
that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, no, you
I,
had a few other small settlements.
yeah,
Eh,
there was like litter about everywhere. Uh, so yeah, I hope to see good stuff from it because I was a fan of the first one. Again, I if I didn't go back and replay it on PC, I would not have known how good it was.
it's that's definitely one of those like underrated
It's a
like
hidden
you
gem.
yeah hidden gem. That's really what it.
It is a
Right.
hidden gem, and the developers still care too because get
Oh,
this,
that
the
I
game
constantly see it being updated,
it's
like
updated
every month or something like
constantly.
that.
They've added like free DLC for everybody over the past like couple months. They've added
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 new DLC. And the game's
Is
been what, like 3 years old?
Oh,
Or
dude, it's older than that.
yeah, it's much older than that. Sorry. They keep adding free DLC. Even though the game's probably like, you know,
I'd say probably maybe 4 years old.
it's a whole game. They're
almost
like,
five
yeah, here.
because it was almost a launch title.
It was 2015,
It wasn't.
January 15th, 2015. Because
Almost
I
five.
bought it because I pre-ordered it, and I bought it on Steam January 15th.
No, it wasn't on Steam. It was on Steam afterwards.
Hmm.
Mm,
It came out like as a launch title for the Xbox One, almost.
Almost like it wasn't a
So
launch
we're
title.
thinking like 2013? Is that the right time that the
it doesn't
Xbox?
sound right.
It came out. I think 2014 was when it fully came out.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, it wasn't an immediate launch title, but it was very, very
No.
close at the very beginning of the console. And not
It
gonna
is.
lie, nothing ever beats sliding and just kicking one.
Actually, Xbox One came out November 22nd, 2013.
No,
So
I'm not talking
close.
about.
Yeah, but it would have been 2014, yeah. Let's actually see. Dying Light release date. Let's find this
Like
out.
I'm just seeing 2015.
January 27, 2015. So like
Okay,
a month after.
okay.
Or wait,
No,
is
yeah.
it 2015? No. No, never mind. That was like a year after? What the heck?
Oh, that doesn't seem right.
They announced it May 2013 and it was released January 2015.
Yeah,
That may have been.
yeah, because I don't think they
Huh.
uh like did different releases. I don't remember it having that.
I thought they did. That's weird.
Yeah, so it released. I must have purchased it just a couple days or a week before it released.
But it was
Which,
something.
by the
Yeah.
way, they did one of those super scummy things where they took out a really cool feature for the pre-ordered people and didn't add it till like months later for everyone else. Like when you pre-order it, you
Was
have
it?
to play as a zombie.
Oh yeah, that
And
they
they
came
didn't
out
add that for other people to like a
a
4,
month
maybe
after.
2.
Yeah,
Was it only a month? I think it might have been like more than 2.
it was like a month at early access or something like that. I don't know what it was, but honestly, I don't know. To be honest, what I feel like it was more or less. Think of it like a closed beta access thing.
Eh,
Is
I mean, it's like
sure.
fucking Cold Heart.
I guess it's true though. I wish that they probably did. I wish they didn't do that.
other than
They
that,
probably
that's really been the only like scummy thing they've
yeah.
really done.
Honestly, they've done more good than bad in
Agreed.
terms.
And
They give
Brian's
out
just
like
like
DLC.
What?
To be to
exactly.
be honest, that the like even that DLC wasn't even played that much though. Like afterwards.
hmm The problem was the
Talking about the
game's
zombie thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the zombie. I mean, anyone can play it. It's just
To
and
be
when
honest, the reason why nobody played it was because the infected had like a pain. It was like the worst playing of the infected because they could just camp a fucking spot and then kill you.
Yep. We usually camped right outside the safe zone. Wait for
Yep.
the timer. They have to run out, and they're dead. I mean,
Yeah.
or we bait them. We'd stand close enough to the safe zone where we wouldn't show up on their shit. They'd step out trying to run to grab something, and we'd snag them and pull them towards us right then and there, and they're dead.
hmm
I mean,
I wanted to play
it,
it. I played a bit of it and that mode was pretty fun.
it was fun,
It's just
but it was unfair.
it's just unfair, yeah. Like
it's
we
one
should
of
have
those
been able
things
to.
like when you're low level as a zombie, you're at the disadvantage, and then when you're high level as a zombie, it's the player who's at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
So you literally, unless you like
Anyways.
pre-order it like I did and load it up along with people, you're fucked. Simple as that.
That's pretty much how it was, yeah.
Anyways,
Anything
I
else
guess
from Microsoft?
Lego.
No.
Anything interesting from Microsoft?
Lego car.
No.
Battletoads is a thing. Besides the Cyberpunk reveal, which was gorgeous
Bro, dude.
again.
Gears pop, dude. What do you mean?
Oh, fuck off. But that Cyberpunk thing looks so fucking good.
Of course
So,
it does.
so good. And then fucking Keanu comes on stage after. Worth it.
The Keanu showcase. It's probably people.
Like, this is like. Cyberpunk looks so fucking good to me because this is like a theme, this is an aesthetic that I fucking dig. Like, I have a wallpaper folder and half of them are just fucking cyberpunk and like neon future images because I just love the look of it. I love the idea of like this fucking scummy hive world sort of outlook on life for some reason. It just fascinates the shit out of me. And the more you hear about this game, the more when you consider like the reputation of fucking CD Projekt Red, this game looks fucking amazing. And then Keanu Reeves is in it. Take all of my goddamn money, literally throwing it at the goddamn screen.
How many times you bought all the Matrix games? You're a fucking poser.
Dude, I actually did buy all the Matrix games.
Buy them all over 3 times over.
I didn't do that.
Like, the Keanu in those fucking games was terrible, and half the games you didn't even see Neo but for 1 fucking second. Like, Enter the Matrix, you see Neo, like, the first fucking level, it goes, only Neo can dodge bullets from an agent. So, and only Neo can kill an agent. 4/5 of the game you play, you don't even see him. And then you see him one little time and you're thinking, oh cool, I might get to... No.
Nope.
No. Nope.
Yeah, the Matrix games were actual hot garbage. Don't play any of them.
Even the Matrix Online was garbage.
That's why I'm so pumped for this, because you'll fucking get to see Keanu in it, and it'll be a good game. Like, there's no way you can fuck this up at this point.
Here's the thing: if Keanu's in it, he's got to be fucking Neo in it, dude. You just got to see him in a
Have-
fucking
have-
black trench coat.
Have you seen the trailer for it? He appears as like an
Wake
AI.
Up Samurai.
Yeah.
have not seen the trailer for Cyberpunk.
You should just watch the trailer.
No.
It has no gameplay. It's just cinematic.
I mean, it spoils like the end of the first mission.
I don't want that spoiled.
Because there was a release of like 40 minutes of gameplay footage that showed like the first mainline mission, and then this trailer is the immediate aftermath of that bit of footage.
God damn it!
It looks so good. So good.
It's not that much of a spoiler.
And if it's like Witcher, you know, you're talking like an hour out of a fucking 60-hour game.
Okay, still, I'd rather not have my hour spoiled, so fuck off. You know what? Spoiler: Snape kills Dumbledore.
Oh shit! I did not watch that shit. What the heck? Yeah, I think that Cyberpunk 2077.
Too long didn't watch. Take my goddamn money.
Just take it.
They're literally going to take my money because I'm not going to watch nothing on it. And the day it
releases, the moment Keanu Reeves gets called beautiful.
That I swear to God, if breathtaking isn't in that game, if they don't sneak that in somewhere.
You're breathtaking.
Worth it.
Fucking, I love that.
He had fucking perfect comeback to it. It's like he's used to this shit at this point.
It's like in a breathtaking world, and then some dude's just like, "You're breathtaking," and I'm pretty sure he actually got. I think the CD Projekt Red gave that guy a free game.
They offered him a pre-order collector's edition, and on Twitter he turned it down and said, "Give it to Child's Play charity instead."
Damn.
Like that dude turns out as a bro himself, so fucking good for them.
Double bro moment. Oh man.
Do you guys not even have phones? Jesus.
Do you not have phones? Oh man. Bethesda played it too safe this year. They're just like damage control.
Bethesda isn't even playing it safe. Bethesda is just like, we fucked up. We know it. We don't care.
Yeah. I mean, that feels like the summary made. They don't care.
Yeah, no shit. They're already catching flack for their next Wolfenstein game because they're forcing microtransactions into it.
The fucking battle royale thing is
hilarious. Fucking hilarious.
Because it's a battle royale where players level up, so you're never on the same footing as other fucking people. Explain that to me. How the fuck that's fair in a battle royale game?
You level up just as much.
It's
Explain how it's gonna be fair. Some dude's gonna find an exploit and then hack the shit in.
It defies the purpose of battle royale games where everybody has a chance of winning. If this dude is fucking level 20 and has better perks than I do.
What I don't get is that they showed that base building was a thing in a... Like you could build turrets?
You can.
Let's put it this way. That's the same argument we all gave about fucking Fortnite. Look at that shit.
Fortnite didn't have a level up mechanic. There wasn't. Everyone started even. Everyone just started on the same playing field, and how they progressed was different.
Talking about the base building.
Yeah, base building's okay. Okay, base building's okay. The way that Fortnite did it is okay. The way that they're doing it, where it's like the Fallout base building.
It is the entire system. It's the entire system from Fallout 4. The entire clunky, ugly system from 4.
How the hell are they gonna do that in a battle royale? Like, is this gonna take like seconds? Like, is it like gonna take hours? I gotta sit there. Like,
oh no, look
what
at
are these?
No. What we've seen is it supports blueprints in Fallout 76 and Fallout 4. So what you do is you're gonna find someone in like their main campaign. They're just gonna build like a fucking Doom tower, and then you just carry that blueprint over to fucking survival mode.
So
they just press a button, and all their shit is there, assuming they have the resources.
Because like of the limited stuff I saw, you find the blueprints when you're scavenging.
No, unless they've patched it. I watched this literally last night. I watched someone do this. It supports your own pre-made blueprints.
So literally, what's gonna happen is Somebody's gonna go running by. They're gonna pop their blueprint, and all you're gonna see is 700 fucking batter boys.
You're gonna see very not safe for work imagery.
Glass penises everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yes. Everywhere.
You're severely underestimating the amount of penis you're about to see.
I don't get how they could add though the turrets though. Like it seemed like they had turrets in a battle royale.
Yep. Again, it's like the most unbalanced battle royale I've ever fucking seen. Like, what in the actual hell are you people doing?
And they told that they were talking about how there was dedicated people helping new people out. Well, that's not helping new people out.
No, it's not.
You're trying to turn the community against us?
Fall 76 has just been a shit show from one fucking bit of news to the other. And finally they announced there'll be some NPCs in the fucking next DLC story update for that game.
Yeah, it's finally stories. You get to find out story.
8 months after launch, they'll finally have the fucking iconic story and character that people want in a Fallout game.
Shouldn't they have already had that?
No. That's the problem.
Like I say, early piece of shit that they came out with. Now they're patching in everything else.
Yeah, this is literally a game where they sold you a third of a fucking product.
It's like, bro, do you want a bag? Here's a plastic bag that I got from a grocery store.
Right? I got it from a grocery store. And you want a bottle?
You can't pour shit out of it.
Can't pour shit out of it, and to cap it all off, it's made of plastic.
The entire fucking timeline for this game has been a shit show. And to top it off, at their conference, they didn't announce any of their other shit. Like, there's no news on Elder Scrolls, there's no news on fucking Starfield.
They did Doom.
Well,
Doom Eternal, didn't they?
Doom isn't fucking Bethesda, it's one of their developers.
It's id Software.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
It's one of the ones they're publishing. It's not ones that they're working on.
It's funny that the only games that were good at their conference were games that weren't made by them.
Fucking Arcane Studios had their next thing, and it looks pretty fucking good. Again, something Bethesda didn't do anything.
Ghostwrite.
Tokyo Ghostwire. Yeah,
Tokyo Ghostwrite. Yeah.
That looks pretty like. What the fuck are you doing, Bethesda?
Dog. Poor dog. The doggo had no owner. I'm sad.
Yep.
So, what do you guys think of Apex Season 2?
Don't give a fuck.
Jumping ahead a bit.
I don't play that game.
But it looks interesting. I like the new character. Fuck, what was her name? I don't even remember anymore.
I'm not too much interested about the characters. I'm just interested about the fact that, they steal your fucking loot boxes.
Yep.
I mean, from the looks of it, I don't think they're gonna take any, gray plain loot box, because I didn't see any of that. But it looks like what it does is anybody with blue or higher, there's a chance that if it's left on the ground, like if somebody didn't nab it, that it'll pick it up and take it.
Yep.
Just randomly fly around with it, which honestly, that could be good.
That
could be terrible.
It looks fascinating. Like, I'm very interested. It might get me to play the game again because it looks really interesting.
I'm excited is because that means when I watch somebody shoot down a fucking dragon, they're coming right into view, and they are gonna die.
Now I guess we could talk about Square Enix, because
they had a show. It was a thing.
They showed all their old games.
Yeah, basically.
They say remaster, remake, and boom, put a new. It's like, yeah, it's coming out. Final Fantasy VII looks hella good.
It does.
What is the new game? Oh, the Marvel game came out. That's a thing.
Like they like Life is Strange 2, the next chapter of that's coming out. Crystal Chronicles remaster, Octopath Traveler is getting ported.
Well, we already
Hey,
knew
Octopath
this.
Traveler is great.
Octopath's already out.
I know it. I said it's great.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's already out on Steam now.
Oh,
It's overpriced.
was that just given out right away? That's good.
Yeah, it was given out like they didn't. It wasn't right away. It was already out, and they did the announcement trailer, which I don't know why.
Oh, well.
It
I
came
mean,
out like a few days before their release thing, before their E3 thing.
Dragon Quest Builders is getting a sequel for the
Yeah,
three people who fucking play that game.
It's all the old, same old shit though. Like we knew all this like information, honestly.
Yep, nothing really struck me
Nothing
as
was new.
interesting.
Besides the only things that I thought were new were
You got more info on Dying Light because, I mean, it was revealed at the Xbox, but they had a bit more here at the Sony thing.
did they? I can't even remember. I thought it was the same trailer.
But yeah,
Being pasted.
Final Fantasy VIII is finally getting a fucking remaster. Basically, the last of that generation to not have one.
It's not even It's not even remastered though. It's just literally.
Yeah, it's HD update. Just it. Even calling it that's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, I'd rather probably the original comparable to that.
honestly,
You don't even know how well the frame rate's gonna be. Like they're gonna fuck something up.
I mean, to be honest, it looks like it looks, in my opinion, like it could still be on the fucking PS1,
Yeah, right.
and I'm okay with that. I think it'll. At least Leon doesn't look like a complete block this time.
I mean that's hard to. It's hard to fuck that one up.
Let's see. What did they announce again? I gotta look at this.
The Marvel
Like,
thing, like it doesn't
my
look
God.
it doesn't look great, but
Oh,
I'm tempted
Last
to play it.
Remnant remastered.
I'm actually okay with that too.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too. I never played the game fully, but I wanted to play it so badly. Still probably gonna play the original, but hell, it's for the Switch now.
It'd be good to play it on the Switch. It's
Final Fantasy music streaming on all your shit now.
Thank God.
Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music Unlimited. You can now listen to Final Fantasy music.
I'm okay.
Ooh. Well, I guess I'm not gonna talk about that. I'll talk about that at the end. Or I don't know if you want to talk about the new expansion for Final Fantasy 14.
I don't play 14, so by
You're the
all
only one that
means,
does.
by all means, nerd
I
out.
do, and that was a fucking wild ass fucking trailer.
So what I gathered from that trailer was the same thing I gathered from the ESO trailer at Bethesda.
It's
Almost nothing.
basically what they did with old Tales games. They fucking threw us on our fucking head at the end of that trailer.
I gathered everything that, this tells me nothing. Like, I'm sure it has, like, a story implication. It told me not a goddamn thing.
Oh, it's huge fucking. It's not huge spoilers. It's huge fucking story. Like if you didn't watch the story until then, so like the story played out, and at the end of that fucking trailer, they basically made your whole entire story basically fucking worthless, or not worthless, but it fucking flipped you on your head at the end of that. It was like, yo, shit. So they basically, at the end, I don't know if anybody's interested in playing the fucking game
Nope.
here. Okay, if anybody is, then I don't want to spoil it. Nobody here? I assume the quiet crowd means no. They're not gonna play it.
So I'm on my phone looking at memes. What's happening?
I am extremely hesitant to get into another MMO.
Another MMO.
It's one of those things like I'll watch it, I've watched people play it, but I don't want to do it myself.
I don't have the
You'll
money
probably
to
forget.
get into
Even
it.
if I spoil it, you'll probably forget it anyway. It's later down the line.
Let's just not spoil it.
I mean, they showed it off in the trailer. That's what I'm saying. It's not like spoiler.
Hey, them
we
two,
get that, but I don't
pussies
think
about
it-
spoilers.
I don't think any of us really watched that trailer.
I mean I watched the live stream, but I was
Hey,
zoning
watch
out.
it, but
I was
you're
zoning out for
basically
that
just
one.
Not gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It has no meaning to me.
let's just say that the end of the trailer was fucking wild, and that they just basically made everything you've done in the game, kind of just all the logic you put up until that point, just throw it out the fucking window.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
No,
Um.
honestly, my issues with Final Fantasy, I've said this before, is for an MMO, it takes way too fucking long to get started on.
Yep.
Some of them, yeah.
There's a lot of menus to go through and a lot of shit for new players, I find.
Well, it's not just that, but it's the fact that most of the whole, like, your starting levels of an MMO is most of the time, you talk to
Super
this
fast.
person, they tell you what you're doing, you go kill 10 rats. Okay, learn your combat. Then you come back in, then they tell you, go do this, take this to this person, they'll teach you how to equip items and shit.
See,
Okay.
that's the weird thing about MMOs, and like I've always wondered why. So they make these MMOs, right? Like WoW, shit like that. You're never the fucking main protagonist. You're just some random fucking guy that comes into it, right? It's about the other people. Where Final Fantasy, it's about you. You're the fucking main protagonist of your own story, kind of deal.
Because there's a weird like narrative dissonance where you're the main character, but you also interact with dozens of other people. In like sometimes like required raids and dungeons where you need other people to get through this shit. It's kind of hard to parse those two
That's
things.
Yeah,
In World of Warcraft, specific raid bosses that we actually do kill and they're not planning on bringing back like ever. If you look at the lore, it says was killed by a group of adventurers, which means a raid group went through and that was the end of them.
that's the difference though with Final Fantasy though. Just you're your own person. You're a fucking main protagonist. Everybody else is the main protagonist in the game too. It's weird
Like
the way they work.
that's the thing. It's really hard to like get around that idea
No,
that
it really
everyone's a
isn't.
main character.
It's
really
more like
isn't.
just it's weird because it's like it's because everybody is a warrior of light, right? The way that they piece it together in the story is essentially the warrior of light was one, and then he got shattered into like a fucking million pieces, and then that's how all these fucking people are now helping you.
I mean, look at the Star Wars MMO. Like, literally every single class has its own story, and it's centered around you.
Yeah, and that's the same with Final Fantasy. It's centered around you, but everybody else is also a main component into it.
Yeah.
It's just weird, yeah. Story wise, it's like, hey, why
If
are these
anything,
other
it's
people
better
not?
that way because when you actually go and do a quest, you bring someone with you. I mean, it doesn't mean
Yeah,
there's two main quests. It means they're helping you with your story.
I
I mean,
I like the way that I like story. I like when you're actually involved in the story and not just kind of like playing a backseat role in another story. Like in WoW, you're playing a backseat role. Sure, the adventurers can kill like a major raid boss, but it's like at the end of the day, it's gonna be like, oh, Horde or Alliance.
I mean, look at freaking Guild Wars 2, man. You are the main protagonist.
Yeah.
But
Like I'm not saying WoW's bad. WoW's good. It's just I don't like the way of the storytelling. It's all
It's just
like,
different takes.
that's
yeah,
fine.
different takes.
What I'm getting at is what drives me up a wall with Final Fantasy 14 isn't so much the whole menus and everything. It's that it takes so fucking long before you actually get to go out and kill said fucking rats. You've been playing for 45 minutes to an hour before you can even kill them.
Yeah, you have to go through like dialogue and yeah.
So much goddamn dialogue.
It's better to treat it more like an RPG than it would be to treat it like a fucking MMO.
Yes, but it's an RPG where the whole thing, the whole first fucking 2 hours is cutscenes, but the whole first two fucking hours is you walking from cutscene to cutscene with a weird interface and a character you're completely disconnected with.
Welcome to hack.gu.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but once you get past that, honestly, like the first 15 levels, it's kind of like yeah, or you kind of are like meh. But once you get past like all that beginning like introductory shit You get past all that shit, it actually becomes a better game later on.
It might, but I can't get past the introductory shit. I get so frustrated and irritated at it that I'm like, nope, fuck this. I'm done.
I just skip the cutscenes half the time if I was to go back and do it, honestly.
I mean, but then
Because
if you skip the cutscenes, then you get a quest where they're like, oh, you've done this and this and this. I don't remember. Fuck.
because you can always just watch the cutscenes later. That's the
Okay.
nice thing. They do have like a library where you can watch cutscenes and change armor and shit. If you wanted to be like to have stupid armor equipped for a cutscene, boom.
That is a really nice feature. I wish more games would just let you fucking replay all your cutscenes.
Oh, you can. Well,
Yeah, but WoW, it's like you don't. Your character's not shown in the fucking cutscenes.
I know. But your cutscenes are fucking more badass and wow.
I mean, hey, the
Cutscenes are a
fucking
fucking production. Come on. You gotta give it that. With WoW, the cutscenes
yeah,
are
the cutscenes are good. I want to say the trailers for fucking Final Fantasy 14, fucking on point. You see some of those cutscenes or some of those the trailers are really good. The cutscenes are yeah. I think they use the in-game fucking engine for the cutscenes.
Mhm.
That's the sad part for it. So it's like never really cool cutscenes like WoW.
I don't know. I just can't do it.
Anyways, yeah. Since nobody played that game, we might as well continue on. They're bringing back romancing Saga 3 and Saga Scarlet Grace. I don't
Okay.
know. I've never played those games, but they're bringing those back, remastering them or some shit.
Okay. That's like.
Okay.
I'm sure they exist.
Oh, Outriders.
Yeah.
Dark Souls MMO or Dark Souls co-op MMO shooter game.
I'm good.
You good? I mean, I'm
I'm
hyped for it.
just you're adding a shooter to Dark Souls. I'm good. I'm sorry.
But boss battles with guns. Co-op.
I'm okay. There's been numerous games with boss battles with guns. I'm good. I play Dark Souls because I like to get in fucking close.
Yeah.
If I fuck up,
But
I die.
I think it looks really interesting. It's made by the dudes. It's developed by People Can Fly and the studio behind Gears of War Judgment and Bulletstorm.
I'm out.
I must say that's not a good
Out.
track record.
Bulletstorm was okay.
Bulletstorm was interesting. A couple of the skill shots were fun. The rest of the game was terrible. The story was garbage.
Yeah.
The majority of the gameplay was garbage. I mean, the whole point was get the skill shot.
I'm interested only if for the because I don't think there's going to be much story. More or less, you're just going to be going around killing shit. I'm more interested in that and seeing how. Like, I want to see more of it before I make my final call whether I'm going to get the game. Because I think it's 2020. Yeah, summer 2020, so it's still far off.
The best part of Bulletstorm was getting the one skill shot, got them both, where you hit the fucking left nut and right nut at the same time.
Yeah.
And you get 10,000
yeah, there's
fucking points.
personally Square Enix. I don't know. In my opinion, I wasn't too thrilled from them. So they just showed off old games. Like half their thing was old games and Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, more or less.
More or less, it's Final Fantasy VII
Wait,
showcased.
which is basically fine by me because Final Fantasy VII is the only really interesting thing they've got going for them, and it looked gorgeous. Like,
Oh wait, didn't they? No, they showed off Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC.
I still haven't played it. I want to. It's on my wish list.
Shouldn't even get DLC. It should be an all-in-one bought and done. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the DLC's even. I think it's like I don't know if it's like a hard mode kind of battle thing. It looked like that from the trailer.
Make it a level 1 Sora that has to fight Sephiroth in the arena again. Call it good.
It looked like one of those arenas or coliseums from the earlier couple of games.
So they might be adding that. I don't know. Honestly, yeah. Like I'm interested because I have the game, but like I don't know if I'll buy it. I think they were gonna add like a super hard boss or some shit
I'm
onto
okay.
it.
I mean, put Sephiroth back in. You're gonna lose. You can
Basically.
take one hit, or you're gonna die if you
And
fail.
then Marvel's Avengers.
Which
It looks good, but
the character designs are weird. Like they were inspired by like the movie counterparts, but this is a separate universe. But the rest of it looks really fucking good. Like I'm sorely tempted by this one.
it looks like what's the Spider-Man game? Like
Spider-Man.
from the cutscenes alone, it looks like it has a lot of money put into it. So
Yep.
I'm excited to see what comes. We never
I
seen
mean,
gameplay, or maybe we've
can
seen
we
quick time events.
can we just say, just because a game has a lot of money put into it to make it look good doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, I know.
We've been through this with Watch Dogs twice now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why people
Go
are even
on,
hyped
please.
for this fucking next game.
We'll
It's just
get-
gonna be the exact same fucking thing on a platter, and you'd be like, it's gonna be the exact same thing.
What game?
Watch Dogs, the next fucking game.
Oh, what?
I
Because
actually didn't watch that conference, so
people liked.
Assassin's Creed 3. That's literally what it
yeah.
is. It's modern day Assassin's Creed 3. That's literally all it is.
People liked Watch Dogs too. Like it reviewed well, so
I think people liked Watch Dogs one as well. It's just I think there was issues at launch that really fucked it up.
Yeah, we showed you one thing and gave you another.
well to be fair,
Yeah.
they did that with all of them.
Yep.
They didn't look
Welcome
at
to
Rainbow Six
Ubisoft.
Siege.
Look, welcome to Ubisoft in general.
Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege. Oh hey, you could do all this shit. You can
Psych.
you know, it looks so good in the trailer, and then they come to the actual game, and it's like you can't even do
Which, by the
this shit.
way, wasn't out of possibility because all the other, like the previous Rainbow games, you could do that shit, and not to blow up the walls, but like you could scale, like all just from the roof and all that. Like it's not unknown.
Mm-hmm. It's just I don't know.
Or
Ubisoft.
come out from a helicopter. Like
Yeah,
I think
what
the
the hell?
Rainbow Six Las Vegas 1, literally the first mission is you zip lining.
And then
Zip roping?
they got the terrorist mode all fucking wrong in the game.
Dude, the terrorist mode in oh my god, I forget the name of it.
Rainbow
In
Six.
Las Vegas, yeah, in Las
Las
Vegas,
Vegas, yeah.
1 and 2, the terrorist mode was the best part.
Yeah.
And now in Siege, it's the
Terrorists.
worst part.
It's just fucking bare bones, general ass, everything. Yeah, I was disappointed.
God, I still remember the route to do campus, Las Vegas 1.
I mean, let's be honest. The only thing that really matters is hearing that perfect phrase: "Terrorists win."
Counter Strike.
Yeah. Are you talking about the same game, Aaron?
Yeah.
Yep. I am talking about Counter Strike.
They were talking about Rainbow Six.
I know they're talking about Rainbow Six. The only thing I can think of is Counter Strike. You keep saying terrorists, and in my head, all I'm hearing is terrorists win. Yeah.
Other than that, I guess as a shooter, like an online shooter, Rainbow Six Siege is pretty good.
I mean, it
Like it
has the quality of the champions.
I like it. I like
selection.
it better than Call of Duty games. That's
Yeah. Well, it means it
It's
comes down to
tactical.
time to kill. Like,
yeah.
I like low time to kill games. I don't like shit to take longer than a second to kill someone.
It's like, hey, give me Arma, give me fucking that game. Give me games that I can actually think and devise ways to kill people.
I'd rather have a game that gets it done fast.
I mean, you could do that, but there's like it just provides you more options. Like you could just fucking rush people and fucking kill them if you want, but
Good luck.
yeah, good luck to you because you kind of gotta break into a place, right?
Yeah, you always start outside the building, but
It's all
the
about
objective is
defense
always
and offense.
yeah.
how are you gonna break the opponent's defense, or how are you gonna stop the offense really in the
Poorly.
house? You guys are gonna have to talk to me about the Ubisoft one because I did not watch it.
It was pretty much a shit show.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't that good. EA though, EA's also pretty bad. I heard. The Sims Islands though. Oh,
That's a thing.
who fucking makes this DLC for Sims? Why is it not dead yet?
Part of the fire.
Because of soccer moms around the world.
Soccer moms and fucking angsty teens who just want to fucking watch their Sims burn in fucking their house.
Basically.
I'm curious. What person plays Sim?
You.
I think it's literally like females.
Yeah, my wife.
Yeah, why?
course.
Like I
Of
used to like
course.
fucking Sims back in the fucking day, like Sims 1 and 2. Sims 3? I don't know, ruined it. It's just kind of like eh. Fuck. I used to play like I played the original ones on the PS2 and it's just like yeah, fucking sharp decline, man.
I honestly I don't know. I don't see the appeal, but
Yeah. I mean, nobody would see the appeal now. It's owned by EA. EA's like, yo, microtransactions and gotta make it.
Well, yeah, all the Sims games, so I obviously besides the earlier ones, have just been fucking plagued
Yeah.
with microtransactions. It's like it's almost like Payday, where it's you look at the list and it's like, my fucking god.
yeah, to buy everything in those fucking games, you're dropping hundreds of dollars.
That's the same with that. EA's like, hey, we know how to make money. Make a DLC everything. It's not like we can patch it in or anything. Nah, you gotta pay for everything. You want a fucking cat in your house? Guess what? More money. Gimme, gimme.
Is that-
Another,
is that
oh,
it?
PC game show.
I forgot that was a thing. Cause
I forgot that was a thing. Epic Game Store show. Sorry.
Yeah,
I mixed
because
it up.
it was basically just rehashes of other trailers, and most of it broke down to exclusive to Epic Games.
Yeah, all the good showcasings were Epic Store. What it looks like Epic Store exclusives. They didn't confirm this.
A lot of it's already like time exclusive. Like Outer Worlds got shown there. That's an Epic Store exclusive. Shenmue 3 was confirmed to be Epic Store.
Outer Worlds isn't exactly Epic exclusive. You also get it from the March store.
It's just yeah.
Which I guarantee you
Good
that's
thing
how people
about
run
that
with it.
is that the Xbox now you can get without having to deal with the Epic Store. You can get Exodus for through Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
That was a slap in the face for them. But then, yeah, like Shenmue, yeah, yikes.
I could have seen that coming because Epic's whole plan is to buy obscure,
As many IPs as possible.
well, like almost obscure IPs that they have enough money to get. Like they couldn't get shit like Destiny. Like I could never imagine them actually having enough money to get that. But like it's
Well, that and it's owned by Blizzard, so I doubt that Blizzard would be like, "Hey, Epic Game Store's looking nice." They just threw it on their Blizzard store.
well,
Yeah.
if you look at the list, Destiny 2 is coming to Steam.
Yeah, that's because
So-
I think EA was like, "Yeah, screw it. You guys can do whatever the hell you want now."
Yep.
EA? Talking about Activision?
Yeah, Activision.
Well,
What's-
they
what's
split.
the-
Yeah,
Yeah.
they broke off from Bungie.
Did they
Let's
now?
get this
Good,
right.
good.
Bungie broke off from them.
Ooh, I guess Sniper Elite Army 4. The zombie game.
I mean,
Yeah, the sequel.
looking through the list, like
Yeah, it's very iffy.
the Vampire the Masquerade looks interesting. Beyond that,
Uh,
nothing else particularly strikes me as
Masquerade 2, yeah. Uh, Auto chess, which is like really popular right now.
That already exists. Chivalry 2 is
Yeah,
coming out if you're into that.
Chivalry 2. That was a funny trailer. The end, they had an armless guy.
I think they missed their boat. Mordhau or
Like,
wherever that game is that just came out
Yeah, Mordhau just
took
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 their.
all of its player base, and I don't think Chivalry 2. It's
will
gonna be
be
too
done.
late already.
Yeah, they're
Yo.
not gonna. As much as I love Chivalry, they won't.
That shark game got shown off.
Daddy Shark, do 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 do.
No, the one where you play as an RPG shark mechanic game and you kill people as a shark. The Shark PG, as they like to call it. I don't know what the game's called. Uh, what is it called again? Shit. I can't even find it. Talked about Planet Zoo. Yeah, this was. Oh, Vermintide 2 is getting a versus mode, I guess. Now you can play as rats.
I like that because Vermintide is literally just Left 4 Dead, and a really cool part of Left 4 Dead was playing as a zombie.
Yeah,
Tide is garbage though.
You take that back.
Not really.
I think the game's short to. I don't know. Like the price point was a little bit too high, especially for how short the game was.
That's my problem.
Yeah, that's mainly my problem. Like it should have been a $30 game, but Warhammer, they're just like, yeah, as soon as you put a Warhammer logo on it, they gotta charge you like
Yeah,
$100.
fucking creative does not part with that shit for free. Like they'll license it out to anybody, but they're fucking charging premium for it.
Yeah. I was surprised to see that I had a fucking Steam gift code for or not Vermintide, but Warhammer 3. It was like 50% off coupon. I was like, what the fuck's this doing here? They don't give that game for 50%
Didn't I
off.
just get that as well? Did you like
Yeah,
just get that?
I think it's Vermintide. I got
Was it?
it like
Yeah,
during E3.
Warhammer, Total War Warhammer 2.
Yeah, Warhammer 2, there you go.
It must be Vermintide.
It is already passed. I can't use it, I don't think.
Damn. Because I didn't get that coupon, but I would love to get Warhammer 2.
15/06/2019. Yeah, it's the 18th now.
I'm willing to bet you can still use that code.
Probably.
Like, I'm going to try right now. I'm just going to add the cart and then.
Yeah, I don't know why it's still
Yeah, no,
in
the
here.
code still works. It automatically applies it. So if I wanted Warhammer 2 right now, I
Still
could get
$40. I it was like $40 to $30
Yeah.
for me at least. For you, it's supposed like $50.
No, it's 30.
Is it?
Yeah.
Does it automatically apply? Yes, it does. $36 Canadian.
See, mine's
Are you in
exactly
Canada?
$30.
Yeah. The hell?
We've been over this. He's a dirty fucking.
I'm a dirty fucking Tim Hortons drinking fucking maple syrup sipping
See,
Canadian.
see, as a person who likes coffee, is Tim Hortons any good? Because I hear nothing but good things.
Okay, like I don't know. It depends on how you like coffee. It's not.
I know you can like buy it on like Amazon or something. I'm just wondering, is it worth it?
From what I've learned, it's the exact same thing as Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Yeah, it's like Dunkin'. It's like the fast coffee place.
See, I happen to like Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I think it's not.
Then you'll probably like Tim Hortons.
It's not bad for fast food coffee.
It's not. Obviously, you'd probably have to go to a location that actually have like a better brewed, and not no fucking United States one either. Because the United States ones, they do it differently. I don't know
Yeah,
what the fuck they do, but apparently, like,
don't they have a
shit.
different parent company or something? Like they just bought out the license.
Chinese bought them out.
Fucking Tencent.
I will be right back, guys.
But I honestly, I don't really care too much. Like, if you want coffee, you go to Starbucks, because they make your coffee really homemade, like, special.
No.
Or go to some Brazilian cafe that makes it. Either one.
I
The
don't
store,
like.
fucking
the-
grounds and make your own.
The
You
only
can make
time
your
I
own,
ever
but
drink
it's
coffee is like I have to be up You have to offer it to me within 10 minutes of me being up. Otherwise, I don't want coffee.
Yeah, it makes me shit too much, dude. Like, nah. Sure, it's nice, but I don't even like hot coffee, dude. I'm more of a cold brew type of guy.
Depending on the females, I am down with hot coffee,
Dude, those hot coffee scenes in GTA.
bro. Mm-hmm.
They need to make a new GTA. Where the hell is it? Where's GTA 6?
They
No.
use all the resources to make Red Dead 2, which didn't do as well as they really wanted it to.
You mean story of the game? Or cutscene the game? I'm pretty sure they like slow down your gameplay to play cutscenes and a lot.
I don't know. I can't say nothing because this is one of those type of situations. I was like, what did you fucking expect? I knew I knew they were going to hinder their game purposely just to push microtransactions and fucking lo and
Oh
behold.
yeah, I'm just kinda. I haven't like I was tempted to buy it because there's like a right now on Amazon they're doing a promotion for Final Fantasy 14 where you buy a game like a 1999 game, you get a free DLC code for a mount. And I was thinking of buying it, but I was like, I don't know about that. $35. No, thank you. So instead, I bought God of War,
The newest one or one of the older ones?
newest one.
The newest God of War is stunning.
Yeah.
Like it was
Well,
my favorite thing last year.
At first, I wanted to get the Spider-Man game. Yeah, the new Spider-Man game was really good. I wanted to get it, and then guess what? I guess the company didn't want the game to be giving out free codes with it, so they basically took the promotion off of it, so I couldn't get it.
That's bullshit.
They took 40 cents off the game so that the promotion didn't apply to that item. That's fucking petty, man. What the hell? That and also like you could have bought in game cards for like time for the game because the new expansion's coming out, so I was gonna probably need to buy like time for the game anyways. It's gonna have to do that, and I guess you can't do it anymore, or it's just unavailable in my country.
This is
You
what
ever
you get
run
for
into
living
that
in a
problem,
third world
really?
country.
Yeah, that's true.
Canada, yeah, third world country.
Yeah, it's a shit show. I'm sorry. The sooner you get here, the better it is.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good here.
I mean, you practically do just live here.
Yeah.
I mean,
I literally live probably like an hour away. It's not like it's
everyone in Canada does. Isn't like 90% of the population like at the bottom of the entire
yeah.
country?
Yeah, it's because everything else is super fucking cold going up more north. Gets colder more north, so everybody tends to go towards the south end of Canada.
Deep South.
Talking about where I'm at?
Never mind.
Congratulations.
Yeah, Moon is from the boonies.
Fucking fuck you.
I didn't hear a denial.
I mean, I'm really not because I'm within one of the biggest cities in Texas.
Still the boonies.
K Kona, brother. Nah. Yeah. So
Moon,
I guess that's
Moon,
it.
would you like to ban somebody?
What do you mean?
There's a spammer in chat.
Spammer?
Is it spammer? I only see one.
I only see like the one message, but I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah. He's a spammer, sure, but he's still a person watching the stream, man. Come on. I thought you'd be
Yeah,
scraping for
you
those.
yeah, I was say you really can't be turning people away now, can you?
It's a goddamn bot, okay?
Man could be like holding a pitchfork and fire, and you still gotta welcome him in, man.
Anything else on E3? I think that's all the fun ones.
I think that covered it. Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Any other?
Honestly, just E3 was just Xbox, Square Enix, and Nintendo, PC game show and shit. We're just no.
Yeah, it was a lot of hit or miss for everyone else, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, you know what's funny too? Even like if you think about it, PlayStation could not fucking do anything this year. They did like a a Nintendo Direct thing before. That was like where they showed off Final Fantasy VII, right? That's the only thing that was of notice in that whole entire like thing they did.
Yeah, they could
From what my
really
friend said.
only like hint at stuff, basically. So
So they all they showed was Final Fantasy VII, and everything else was kind of like meh.
I think
So
going forwards, they want to do more of those like Nintendo Direct sort of things. Just short fucking bits of information.
everybody's gotta follow Nintendo now. I see how it. Nintendo's just the crowd favorite here.
Because I mean, it's a brilliant move. You don't have to fucking shell out millions of dollars for E3 fucking floor space if you only need to advertise the hottest fucking thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And with Sony, so much of their shit is first party. You don't want to drown all of it together.
Now only if Microsoft learned from that, and instead of making Lego cars and making cars come on stage, they just focus on that instead.
No shit, right? That was stupid as fuck.
I laughed. I actually enjoyed it because fucking they actually showcased the fucking car from last year as a Lego fucking car.
At the very
was-
least, it wasn't fucking Ubisoft and the fucking Let's Dance thing again.
Oh my god,
You
that
were
was
there?
terrible. I wonder if there is like a cringe compilation for 2019.
I'm
E3.
absolutely sure there's people fucking.
Oh, I
Get the
definitely know
rocks
that
off on
Bethesda's
that.
on there a lot because Bethesda's crowd this year just fucking it was hilarious.
There were stories that most of Bethesda's crowd were drunk employees.
Yeah, Bethesda literally like they had people just applauding them when they weren't supposed to applaud them. So every time they finished the sentence, they just have like the crowd just cheering. They're like, "We're just trying to talk."
Yep, just some drunk as fuck assholes in that crowd. It was a shit show.
The memes that were produced from it were pretty good. The memes from Keanu Reeves were as well. But yeah, just I wish that PS4 actually had their showcase, but honestly, I don't know how they would have topped them. Like,
I don't think they would have, like, unless there's like some bombshell of a game that we don't know about. Like, we know Last of Us 2 is a thing. Like,
because like logically, right, with PS4, the only thing that they can really do to try beat Xbox now that Xbox is now making games on PC, is maybe for them to start doing that, or because now they're just gonna lose all out on all their market now that Xbox is kind of moving towards PC.
yep.
They're losing out on a huge chunk.
They are like backed into a corner at this point. They're giving up
Honestly,
a
yeah.
lot of potential fucking shit, and they don't have a
'Cause the
lot
thing
on
with-
the horizon at the moment.
The thing with that Xbox, and I've always said this, Xbox does service better than PlayStation. PlayStation has exclusives, and that's cool, but I hate exclusivity. I think exclusivity should not be a thing. I think it should be based on how they treat the consumer and how they kind of go about things. Xbox has fucked up in the past with some of that shit. They've tried the Kinect, that fucking failed for them. They tried a couple other things with Xbox.
Holy did it.
Yeah, but you're right. There's no doubt at this point in this generation, Sony has been a fucking stick in the mud.
Well, it's always been that way. Like especially with service stuff. Like they got hacked all these times, right? And like honestly, what it could have been was Like,
Finally, people are worried maybe this is a bad idea.
yeah. I don't know what to say, man. Like, the service Xbox provides, like, consumers is better now. And now, like, even their Game Pass. Literally, you can buy the Game Pass with a membership for an extra $5. Like, so every month, all you do is pay $5 extra to get your membership. It's not like
Multi-pass.
30. What?
Multi-pass.
Yeah, it's the ultimate, whatever, the ultimate Game Pass, where you can buy it for like $15. You get all the games and membership for the month.
Yep.
Well,
That's
that's
like,
been like their just goal, because I say goal, but like Xbox is like map for the next couple years, or their future as a company is coming off of
PC.
console gaming.
Oh,
Well, not
PC.
just PC, but just becoming a service platform. Like I think they even
Yeah,
said something like, one day just won't be an Xbox console; will just be a service or something like that.
It'll just be online. Yeah.
that's why they were even talking about like Nintendo Switch getting it too.
Like
So
the,
who
like
knows?
this the Stadia model, that's what they're going for. They just want to be a fucking service that you give them a monthly fee for,
And
and you get your games.
I think that's smart because what are consoles? They're basically freaking PCs.
Yeah.
That's the end goal of them. They're just PCs with different,
Yep.
different UIs on them and shit. Like I've never thought of too much of like after, I was a big Xbox fanboy back in the day. That's I grew up on Nintendo, and then the next generation consoles I was buying was Xbox. But once I got the PC, I'm like, I don't care about this fucking who wins what anymore.
Yeah,
I th-
I just want games. I don't want to
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
spend $400 fucking hardware tax to play a goddamn game.
every 3 years, $400. Gimme. No, thank you, Sony. No, thank you, Microsoft. And now
Yeah,
Microsoft's like, hey,
but I was about to say Microsoft usually isn't that bad with theirs. They're like, look,
Yeah.
the options here. We're still gonna support you on the old one as best we can.
well, see, yeah, that's the thing. Like Xbox, they have all their backwards compatibility. And then they have the original Xbox backwards compatibility. So, like, you think about it, Xbox One probably has more exclusive titles than PS4 does. Because now you can play all these old games on your system. You're not limited.
Does the PlayStation not have backwards compatibility?
Nope.
Not nearly to
That's
the extent that the Xbox does.
It doesn't. It doesn't at all. You have to rebuy the game on, like, PS4's shop. And their shop
stupid.
is slow. They don't upload, like, any games.
It is a pretty awful shop. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty awful. Not only that, but they get hacked all the time. Hell, I had an instance where my account got hacked. Some dude used my fucking, 'cause I had a credit card on there. Some dude used my credit card. They did not fucking tell me that they changed my password on my email. They did not tell me any of this. They didn't even, like, send me a confirmation email to say, hey, do you want to confirm this guy is changing your password? No. They didn't even fucking do that. So their system right now, I find it just terrible. It's like, how do you let a guy get onto somebody else's account, change their password without them fucking knowing, right? Nowadays, like that should be the first priority. Like if some dude hacks in your account, you tell them, and if they try to change your password, you send a confirmation email to their email saying, "Hey, do you want to change this password?"
It's like basic shit.
Yeah,
it really
but like
is.
they can't even do that, you know. And then fucking like that whole debacle, I was just like, no, PS4, please, just stop. Like that's why every single time I like link my credit card, I like have to take it off because it's like now I'm scared some dude's just gonna hack into my account, spend money on a fucking online game, buy points or whatever, and then have me go through a fucking week of trying to get my account back. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm thankful now that they added two-step verification like after a while, but still, like that should have been like the first thing they did.
I mean, two-step verification. Even that's still basic shit.
Yeah, that should be on everything. Like that should have been like back in 2013. That's what they should have done.
It's bare fucking minimum, and a lot of companies can't seem to figure out some of this fucking shit.
Yeah, yeah. Some people sell the information over to China. You know. Epic Game Store. Cough cough.
Yeah. I love how they make promises like, we're not going to do that. That's stupid of us to do it. It's like, you have
You
no
did it
reason
anyway.
not to.
Well, did it.
Yeah.
You have all the money to make. Okay, well, yeah, that's all I have to. That's all my thoughts.
I'm good as well. Aaron, Moon, you guys got any final E3 thoughts?
Nothing about E3.
Not really. Yeah.
Nintendo wins.
Pretty much. Like,
Who fucking wins?
Nintendo's gonna win next year too. They're gonna announce Odyssey 2.
so,
Metroid Prime 4. I wanted to see Metroid Prime 4. Oh, we didn't talk about Animal Crossing, did we?
no, because
We brought it up.
It's boring. No one cares.
What? Bruh.
I stand by my statement.
That's pretty rude, dude. Yeah, you're gonna get hate in the comment sections of the YouTube video.
Comments,
Yeah,
you act like
well,
people comment.
I'm going to comment and beat you up.
Yo, fuck you! Fucking start talking shit about Animal Crossing? What the hell? I'm gonna do it too. No, but that shit was good. They actually showed gameplay of it in like the treehouse they did. And yeah, it's looking like really good.
I was
But I hope
never saw the appeal to Animal Crossing.
it's a chill game. It's a game to unwind with. It's not a game to like, yeah, sure, I get it. And I don't think I played Animal Crossing far enough to really say I'm like super hyped for it, but you need those games, man. You need those types of games where you can just unwind and chill with.
Yeah,
There's too many games.
Yeah, it's called Dark Souls.
I get it, because I have like 80 hours in Stardew Valley. Just Animal Crossing never clicked for me.
Yeah, I played Stardew a lot too, but no, that was a major thing, and I'm pretty sure like half the world was like, "Oh shit, new Animal Crossing." It reminds me of that one like I seen a video of some someone's grandmother who played Animal Crossing 24/7. It was like the sweetest video ever, because this guy had his grandmother talking about the game and like all the things she does on the game. She has like I think 1,000 hours or something on Animal Crossing, or some outrageous thing. I was like, damn, that melted my heart, dude. When an old granny's talking about all her villagers and shit.
All the villagers is rated.
Yeah, dude. Sure. Nah, dude. It's a heartwarming game. It's Nintendo's game, man. Anyways, yeah, no.
It fucking ships like a motherfucker. It moves units like no one's business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's Animal Crossing, bro. Get good.
we'll going on 3 hours, so we'll wrap it up here. Any final thoughts, boys? Blade,
I'm good.
Aaron, Moon.
Brown's hella good.
Fantastic. Thanks always for coming out. We appreciate it. Thanks to Blade Burn for being the special guest here to rant about video games for a couple hours. Blade, if you'd like to plug your shit, feel free.
www.twitch.tv/
Got the HTTPS.
screw that /EXECALIBURN or Excaliburn.
I'm gonna be honest, I've never wanted to blow up my own brain so much.
Really? Is that a really bad name?
No, you're just spelling it out.
Yeah, I mean it's different way of spelling it, right? It's like .exe. rather than at like an X or an EX. But yeah, if I'm not
How do you spell it?
I will just plug my own shit in, I think. Hold on a sec.
I didn't fucking know you had a new channel.
I changed my name. So,
Hey, you're a good friend, aren't you?
I am a fantastic friend.
oof.
Oof.
Yeah, there you go. I plugged it in.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so that's the Twitch link.
Yeah.
I'm trying to rebrand, so like, you know, you can still call me Blade, whatever, but I'm trying to rebrand it. I didn't like the 02 on my name, and
Yeah, Well, go sub to this dude. He plays Nintendo games.
Send me money, please.
Same.
Sub, please.
But that's it for us.
I
Reminder:
still need sub shit, but hey, yeah.
no podcast next week or the week after. We'll be back 3 weeks from now.
You want to talk about the new Brexit situation? Because we don't now. It's gonna be old news by the time we actually.
I have no fucking clue what that is.
Really, you didn't watch the video I literally linked?
I did, but I don't really see how that's particular newsworthy. Streamers abuse their power all the goddamn time.
Yeah, I mean is
this like a new controversy in League of Legends? Because
yeah,
this seems like it happens in every other fucking. Go ahead.
I mean, the League community is literally getting like on fire right now over this, pretty much. It's like it's not about that really. It's about like, did the dude deserve the ban? Like that's really what it comes down to. And there's a huge amount of people that says, yeah, fucking Nubrek deserved the ban. And I'm just not on that side.
I don't think anybody deserves bans unless they're toxic as fuck. Which, hey, League of Legends, toxic as fuck. I know a guy who's perma-banned on that game.
So, when you just make a new account.
Rest in peace, that guy. He's so toxic that he's how many people are like perma-banned in that game? Like 0.96% of the player base or something? Not even a percent.
But I'd imagine it probably is slightly that. All you gotta do is mouth off, and then you just report someone, and then like the admins or whatever will get logs, and then so to get around that, people do off meta or weird things to troll, which is why the Nubrek dude got banned. Like, so instead of saying like I fucking hate your guts, you'll go into a lane and die once, be like, oops, my bad, I accidentally flash or whatever. And so in the logs it looked like noob. Yeah, well, it was like it's you don't there's no malice when you try to put it on.
Did he intentionally tank then?
So the way Nubrek intentionally went in the mid lane, and for the entire game, and like he was doing something entirely different, and his team was like flaming him for it, like get the fuck out of my lane, go do this. So, like he's like, no, what I'm doing works and all that.
Then yeah, that's griefing. Fuck him for 2 weeks.
See, here's the thing: is that griefing? Because is things off meta actually griefing? Because
I don't think that's right.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. It's actually a very interesting situation because
like, shouldn't you be able to do whatever the hell you want? Like, it's just because you're not following what your teammates fucking tell you to doesn't mean you should get a ban for it.
That's the discussion.
Like, that's kind of stupid.
Like, if you're going actively out of your way to harm your team, though, but
it's not like he's maliciously attacking them. It's just
because he can't without risking an inadvertent fucking ban, so he's trying to get around it.
It's like
that's
in
what
Rainbow
I'm
Six
saying.
Siege.
I'm not saying that's what he was doing. I'm saying he was. So the strategy is the way League works. You have an ADC, an attack damage carry, and a support bot lane. The way he sees it, the ADCs are useless right now. So why make someone who's useless come ahead? So he leaves the ADC. So that lane is 1v2 every game. And he supports mid lane and top lane. and that's the problem. He's sacrificing one lane to try to get another lane ahead, and that's completely unnatural in League. Like the support is
It's a viable
always.
strategy though. Like it's
Is it a
that's
viable
weird.
strategy? It's like what 400 games. He has a 48% win rate. So it's not. He's not like ahead, but it's a weird situation that has the entire league community pretty much on fire because it's very much a.
To me, this breaks down. Did he intentionally mean to tank the team? If he did, then fuck him. But just being off meta,
Well, see, that's what he's saying.
you're right. It's a harder call to make if he was doing it
I
on
don't
purpose.
think he was trying to tank the team.
Yeah,
He was obviously not listening to his team, but it's
Yeah,
like
he wasn't listening to this because what happened? The same situation happened 2 years ago with a Sin support dude, where he would do some super off meta stuff, and he got permabanned over this. So it's literally the exact same situation.
I wouldn't ever consider a permaban, but like griefing bans in CS:GO have been a regular thing for years. So if you're intentionally shit or causing your team to get fucked, you know, a fucking 2-week timeout or whatever, it's not out of the ordinary for me.
It's weird, because like in shooter games, you can easily do like you can just be obviously not play or just do fucking fuck around in the game, right? That's easy to tell. But with this game, he was obviously doing work. He was doing work on his team. He was doing just different shit.
Yeah,
He was doing shit that was not, I guess, in the game.
it's extremely off meta.
Yeah, it's off what people. It's off meta. People would obviously like, hey, you got to do ADC, you got to do this, you got to do that. You have a specific role, but it's not in game. It's not specify that you have to play these fucking roles in the game.
Yeah, so that's another thing.
If you're going against the team wishes, though, you're still not working as a cohesive unit. And at that particular,
that's another
the rank, is that enough? Because when you're getting to like the fucking upper echelons of tiers like that, if your team isn't, if your teams aren't in fucking sync, rank. you're getting stomped. So that's an interesting conversation.
What he's doing is working. Like what you can't say he's intentionally trolling, because what he's actually doing is working. Like if you look at his record, I'm not sure how Counter-Strike does it, but League goes from divisions. You have like Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold, and then you have 1 through 5. 5 being the lowest, 1 being the highest. So like
it's got a similar breakdown.
So yeah, so pretty much he went from Diamond 5 to Master 1, which is the only thing above Master is Grandmaster and Challenger, which he's in the top 0.01% of player. Like he's up there. So it's a really weird situation.
Interesting.
Either way, if you ever watch the video, the dude Nightblue, who's the dude who gets him banned, notoriously just shit. Just a toxic ass. I've even seen people from taking the stance of both of them should be banned. Like I think Nightblue in this situation, not even just an abuse of power, but like
I feel
in
like
this game that happens, like 3 teammates AFK'd, and the dude who played Teemo mid lane, like the Nubrak, he didn't AFK. So he's even using the argument was like, I literally did nothing wrong by the guidelines, and these people are not only harassing me but AFK'd in my game and broke roles, but yet I'm the one banned.
That's the thing with the League of Legends guidelines. They're just so screwed up, and it's like entirety. I find like the ban system is too aggressive, I want to say. Like they ban, like you can get like permanently banned for being like just super toxic, which I guess yeah.
It wasn't like a strike system. I think it's like after the 3rd strike.
But like they can get you like just from saying like a single word in a game.
Oh yeah.
Fucking ban you.
Yeah, you can get hit really hard for small shit.
Yeah, like that's stupid, and I feel like their system's a little bit too ban heavy. Like they're just like banning everybody. It's kind of like how I think Siege is now. Siege I think went. Now you can't say anything offensive in chat. If you say anything offensive or offensive to your team, you get banned.
You ever play Siege?
Yeah,
love
I have.
Like, so like if you see in the top right, it'll tell you in real time who gets banned and what they get banned for,
Yep.
and it's constant. Not like constant where it's constantly popping up, but if you're
But it's
on
noticeable,
playing, yeah, if you're on playing just in general, you will see dozens, if not
I
hundreds, of
I
them.
was there when they added that update, man. I played the game back when it first got launched. I've been playing it every so often. I haven't played the third year yet, though.
I just like recently got me and a couple friends recently just got back into
Yeah,
it.
it's been
I
a while
played I
since
played a lot the end of 1 year and pretty much all of 2 years.
I think it was the one where they added the Japanese operators. I played a lot in. That's when I stopped playing, though.
Legion
And
and all that.
yeah,
I see. I'm a Legion main. I like Legion a lot.
was it Legion?
That's a good
Yeah.
point.
I might have been Chinese actually.
Yo, what do you want to say, Aaron?
So, we were doing the ending of this, and now we're back on another topic.
Oh yeah,
Mo-
because
mo-
if
mo-
we don't talk about this now, in 3 weeks, it's literally not going.
Because the dude got a temp ban, and his ban will be over by the time that we come back.
Yeah.
Granted, I think we're a little too late to talk about E3 because it's kind of been. I mean, it's still going on, but it's kind of been.
The show wrapped up like Saturday, so you know
Yeah.
we're fashionably late.
Isn't that always a thing, though?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we could have talked about it last week, but other things got in the way.
Well, we'll actually wrap it here though. Any final words? Any last thoughts?
Nope. I'm good.
Thanks for coming out. Check it out on YouTube. You see the Twitch channels for mine, and then for Blades is be a link somewhere. Click on them. Click follows. Click time subs and all those other wonderful things. That'll be it for us. Thank you. Have a good evening.